What is going on, guys? We are back from another DSP video, and today we are talking about DSP abandons his wife to hit the goal and go OT. We're talking about him wasting money. We're gonna see how he does in Call of Duty, in Flight Simulator. There's no way he could mess up Flight Simulator, right? But today we start off looking at the views on his channels. We have Otter. In case anyone is wondering what a renaissance looks like, these are the kind of heights you can reach when everyone likes you now, after 10 years of being the internet's whipping boy. Sorry for making you all cope and seethe. And look at that, this is DSP throwback. We got some Silent Hill and some Mass Effect, and look at that, 4 views in 1 hour, 40 views 1 day ago, 60 views 2 days ago, 63 views 2 days ago, 46 views 3 days ago, 71 views 4 days ago, and 72 views 8 days ago. And look at DSP Gaming, 780 views 10 hours ago, 247 views 11 hours ago, 374 views 11 hours ago, 453 views 12 hours ago, 321 views 16 hours ago, 417 views 16 hours ago, 327 views 17 hours ago. And then surprisingly, the channel that's doing the best is DSP Reacts, because he's putting his political clips on there. We have 1.8k views. We have 1.6k views in 1 day. 610 views in 1 day. 614 views in 2 days. 1.4k in 2 days. 1.1k 2 days. 677 views 3 days ago. And 835 views 3 days ago. Then we have this preview. If anyone's seen Familia DSP, amazing new cartoon from Lashero, go subscribe to him. He's on YouTube. But we got a preview where Phil is so lazy, he refuses to take the mail out of his mailbox. Then he has to go down to the post office to get his mail because they've been holding it for a month. And we have this clip here.
Look out, there's a black woman coming! Ah!
Philip, that was racist.
How was that racist?
Because you said there's a black girl coming.
Oh, no, you said it. Now you said it.
Said what?
You said black girl.
She was black, Philip. You can't see.
That's correct.
And of course, everyone likes to troll DSP with this, and I love that these cartoons are now canon to the DSP lore. And people keep asking him about the mail. Why are you picking up your mail, DSP? Why are you being so lazy?
Hotmail.com. Someone took me $1 and said, why don't you check your mail? I sent you something 6 weeks ago. If you're talking about email, I do check my email. However, lots of things get caught into spam, so if I'm not aware to look for something, a lot of the times I miss it. If you mean physical mail, I don't accept anything from anyone without previously knowing that it's there, that I'm getting it. So if you sent me something via physical mail and I don't know who you are, I threw it out. And that happens to absolutely everything, because I can't just trust random stuff in the mail, because people have been pretty malicious towards both myself and my family members with stuff like that. And that is our rule of thumb. You get something you don't recognize, you don't know what it is, it goes right in the trash.
Then we have this from Duty. DSP slanders the US Post Office and lies to his viewers.
What? TND Nugget says you should check your mailbox every day. You should not force the post office to store your mail because you do not collect it. I don't know what you're talking about. We probably check our mailbox maybe like 3 times a week. We have a mailbox that's a community mailbox out front that's very well, you know, it's a deep mailbox, holds a ton of mail. And if there's overflow, there's even an overflow area. I have no idea what you're talking about. It sounds like you're talking about some really dumb meme that I don't understand. So thanks for the $1 tip, and let's continue on with our tour of Rome.
And the US Postal Service tweets this out. I am thankful for everyone except people who don't check their mailboxes. Then we see a picture of DSP. Now it's got to a point where DSP is getting toxic towards anyone who mentions his mail, and he demands an answer. Where did you hear this from?
Mr. Ethics, what are you talking about? He says, how did you not check your mail for 4 weeks? I get you work 6 days a week. That seems strange. What the fuck are you talking about? Where do people get this shit from? Where did you just make up that I didn't check my mail for 4 weeks? On what fucking planet did you say that? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I want to know right now where you made this shit up. Where did it come from? Tell me right now what you're talking about, or I'm gonna fucking ban your ass. I want to know where these insane, nonsensical rumors come from. Who the fuck is saying I didn't check my mail for 4 weeks, and what does it matter? Explain yourself right now. You notice he's quiet as fuck right now? He says something dumb in the chat, I bring it up and call him out. Like, where are you getting these insane rumors from? Quiet, silence. From a popular online cartoon, here's a popular cartoon. It's called DSP Looney Tunes is your fucking ass out of the chat because you're a fucking moron. Okay, now let's get back to those guys, because now I basically fought the ball.
Then Lucero with a banger of an episode. Here's a preview for it, which involves DERICH and what would or could happen in the future if DERICH went to Renton.
This is your room. Here's everything you need.
This is it?
Yes. Good night, Phil.
Oh my god. He walked away with it, he came back. Derek loves these toys. Derek loves any Derek Jasper loves the toy. Not Derek. He walked away with it, he came back. Derek loves these toys. Derek loves any Derek Jasper loves the toy. Not Derek, are you okay? He came back. Derek loves these toys.
And would you look at that, 2024 Gaming on Phone Awards, Scopely is a finalist for Mobile Game Publisher of the Year. And it's all thanks to like $40,000 or $50,000 from one person. And it's this D-bag that's pointed down to Scopely. And then DSP has the rage tweet where Wario64, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics Physical with comic release this week. And DSP responds, for the record, like most of Capcom's low-effort retro collections, this one is already almost dead. Only MVC2 has players. And they are all grandmasters who pull the plug when they're about to lose, just like you in Demon Souls. No crossplay, it's again a complete joke. And of course, he has his resurgence. Everyone loves him, right? Right? Well, we have this from Meowblock. Everybody likes him now. A DSP clip in the wild, uploaded yesterday from the last person I would ever expect to laugh at him, laughing my ass off.
I have I have a video in my OneNote that specifically mentions a certain gamer, and I wanted to do this as a segment at some point because we've kind of half done it occasionally. I don't think we've done like a full standalone one, but the point of this was to show like how these guys making God of War, they were tweaking levels to be more quote-unquote accessible based on gameplay footage from this guy, a streamer by the name of DSP, and they show clips of DSP playing the game.
Arrows mean interesting themes and that there's a lot of different variety and a lot of different gameplay, right? So we've made a convincing promise to the player. So watch it one more time, and I want you to watch just what the camera behavior does.
The taste of vanilla magic led him to new forms of experimentation.
We're back.
New levels of depravity.
Look where we are, we're back.
They're analyzing him like a monkey in an experiment. It's quite funny. But they do that, and I was like, they're catering level design to people like him, and this is the same guy from this clip that went viral, who I don't think most people are like this.
You're kidding me! Riding full speed, the lightning hones in on you and it hits you? You see, this isn't fun. I'm sorry. Randomly, a glue monster appears, takes all of your health. Oh, you don't have enough stamina to climb something standard at the beginning of the game. Oh, lightning just hones in on you and kills you. How is this a fun? It's bullshit.
Bruh, just imagine. Lightning is faster than your horse can trot. Bad game design. Get your act together, everybody. Come on, Nintendo. What are we doing? What are we doing? But that's the problem. It's like, if you're going to cater games to people that have problem-solving skills like that, we all suffer as a result.
Then, as you can notice, over the past few weeks to months, all the Kino Casino viewers are leaving, He's lost longtime viewers and supporters. And we have this from That Being Said. This is why his view count is back to pre-casino levels or worse. This is why he's holding on to the streak for dear life. The Kino arc is definitely over, but the streak remains. Once that ends, it'll be business as e-bagging usual for those pesky 2 big bills. Then we have this from Clamfaced. A lot of the KC viewers realized him pretty quick. After he stopped doing the LOLCOW drama stuff and went back to his regular gameplay, they realized he was boring and moved on. Those that didn't realized what he was when they witnessed the first ever slow stream guilt trip and shame, Black Myth Wukong. The ones remaining and pretty much just dense at this point, pouring money into own and felt detractors. Then DSP was wearing this shirt and people compared it to Cyrax. Then we have this horrifying mashup of Jack and Phil together. The man, if he didn't spend almost $200,000 on WWE Champion's mobile game, this could have been him and Kat. We have Justin Wong, heading to Japan with wifey next week for a week vacay. Thinking, what are the chances she will pass out one of these days so I can play fighting games? And then apparently there were some leaks from Kino Casino and their pay pigs. During last year in June 2023, one of the pay pigs flew out Andy and Triple P to Las Vegas along with other pay pigs and spent $24,000 in total on the trip. And then it also was revealed that this trip included black possible trans hookers, drugs, pay pig orgies, and Triple P in the cuck chair watching everything unfold. And it was then revealed that Medicare Massacre, one of the top supporters for Kino Casino, was into some really disgusting stuff, PDF stuff. And then Triple P came up with a video saying it happened but denied as well, him being in the cuck chair. Then of course the eyes turned to DSP. What is his thoughts? What is he gonna say about this? We have Jesus Has Guns. DSP outlasted Kino Casino. Felted. We have Gout Gout. DSP calls out Kick's chat, asking questions about Kino Casino drama. DSP claims he hasn't talked about Kino Casino in a while. Poem Josh. DSP won't talk about Kino Casino drama because he's not really good friends with them. His life is too busy and zany right now for drama. He only talks to them every once in a while. So basically what DSP is doing is the John Rambo, Howard, basically anyone that interacted with him that he believes is toxic. He's throwing them under the bus. I don't really talk to them. They're not my friends. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Stuff. Phil already prepping to distance himself from Kino Casino. They're no longer close friends and only talk when they want him on the show. Now we have a couple of good points here. 3 days ago, Phil was talking about the wrestling show himself and Triple P wanted to do in 2025. Tonight, Phil and Kino Casino aren't even good friends. Then remember as well, DSP was spamming just like Derek in Andy's stream, trying to get his attention. A week ago, he was spamming Andy's chat, asking him what days to stream on so he wouldn't steal a Kino Casino audience. This week, these guys are whatever. And we have Steve of the Dead. I'm sure someone said months ago that Kino will be joining Rambo, Howard, etc. all under the bus before long. I wonder who that was and if they have a podcast. Of course, he's talking about That Being Said. And of course, DSP has to be DSP, where he suggested that all the KC stuff is made up by detractors, even though Triple P has admitted to most of it. Then we have this from Dumpy Koala. DSPGAMING triggered over RTU taking his stream overlay, then defends Kino Casino.
In the meantime, here he is sitting on my set, trying to be me. But so you got a day off from felting from one group, but you just massively embarrassed yourself as much as possible, so it didn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, this is supposed to be your time to, oh, I got a reprieve? Okay, so I'll just lay low and I'll sit back and I'll enjoy a day where people aren't making fun of me. No, rush to the internet to make more content that people can make fun of you for because you're an idiot. I can't get over it. I just don't understand. There's no logic in that brain. Look at that insanely large cranium. There's no logical thought in there. That is an addled mind, right? You know, they say, you ever play an RPG and they go mind addling? So his mind is so addled that he actually thought that having the most botched half an hour setup to get Cog on his show for 5 minutes to basically just regurgitate what detractors have said. Like, this is the biggest W for him. While he's sitting on my set, by the way. Because his show is such shit quality, he has to steal my layout in order to have a show that looks good. All right, let's finish the clip.
Yeah, it really is. Like I said, I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens with this. That's because right now it's just a waiting game. This whole thing is just patience. They'll resurface at some point, but right now it's pure damage control, and the best way they're doing that is by zipping it. So
it's pure damage control, and the best way they're doing it is by zipping it. So by not broadcasting, that's damage control? No, they're just not broadcasting. I wasn't aware that they had an actual schedule that they had to adhere to. They don't. In fact, they have the least schedule of anyone I've seen. You know, I was trying to coincide so my political shows would not overlap with theirs, and they outright told me, we don't have a set schedule. We never do. We just do things on the fly. If something big happens, then we'll do a show. Sometimes we'll do multiple shows in a row. Sometimes we take days off, and we don't, you know, they kind of like, that's the way they operate. And it works. So how is it damage control just because they're not broadcasting? I'm at a loss. If anything, you're going to give them, this is what they don't understand, okay? They're going to give them the best return show they've ever had. Because what's going to happen is these idiots are going to have a meltdown every day about this. And then they're going to return, and they're going to completely blow this up. They're going to make the biggest fiesta out of this. They're going to get so much payoff and content from these morons. But these people are not self-aware. Everyone over the years said, I'm not self-aware. But I've become self-aware now. I get it. I know the game. I know what's going on. These guys don't. They actually think that this was a win for them to do this broadcast. They don't understand this is the biggest L they could possibly take because it's all going to come back to bite them eventually.
Then I would love for this arc to come back. Mr. Ludacris, if DSP's Kino Casino arc is over, can we please go back to this arc? And we see Phil with that face, where you don't have to hear any audio. You can hear it in your head. Give me your address so I can mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my ass. Then this is a little spoiler for later on in the video, but it applies to Kino Casino. So someone made this gif of Phil in Las Vegas with Kino Casino, where he's gonna start twerking. This is the most disgusting and horrifying thing I think I've ever seen. I'm sure OIC is loving this right now. Then we get into some quotes and some weird stuff from DSP. First off, another reason why he should not have a cat. DSP said Jasper usually uses the litter box before they go to bed together, locks his door so he can't get out, then they wake up together and use the toilet/litter box as a family. DSP is complaining that Jasper woke him up at 6 AM because he wanted out of the room to use his box. DSP also said Jasper didn't use the litter box the night before because the lights were off and he was discombobulated. Cause you know, cats have really poor eyesight at night. Just saying. Make it make sense, Phil. Then apparently the topic of doing an interview with Boogie and Wings came up again, even doing a collab, Wings versus DSP in Call of Duty. And DSP goes on to say, Wings has ghosted DSP and doesn't want to talk to him anymore. And then Poems Josh goes on to add to it, Philip, you told people you didn't want any more interviews and quit the interviews yourself. Then DSP went on to claim, Boogie and Wings are avoiding him to stir up drama. And then at one point the power went out, it's just him and Kat, finally some time to spend together. However, we have this quote from DSP, everything we do is on our phones. Then Otter adds on, nothing to do when there's no power. Proof that Phil is eternally online. I bet he was sweating that down from the rafter streak. Then another quote, if you don't know the answer, you shouldn't ask the question. Phil Brunell, November 24th, 2024. Then this is DSP speaking out both sides of his mouth. I'm the type of guy who's not going to judge a game without playing it. Think about all the games where he said, oh, this doesn't have good reviews, I'm not going to play it. It doesn't look good, I'm not going to play it. There's no point in playing it, it doesn't look good. And I absolutely love when he goes, oh, we don't need these early reviews, we don't need journalists to do that. Everyone should play at the same time, so their opinion is based on day one. But then goes on to say, oh, this game didn't get very good reviews, so I'm not playing it. So you want no reviews, so everyone experiences it at the same time, At the same time, you're not going to play a game because review scores were bad. Something's not adding up here, Phil. Then I don't know if he's drunk, he probably is, or something else is wrong with his computers. But he put this in chat. Yep, just waiting for YouTube to let me go live, LOL. Now to me, whenever I streamed in the past, I always pressed start stream, and guess what? It just started. Sometimes it takes him like 15 minutes. To me, I think he just forgets to press a button. Or the other option is that he leaves everything on all the time, which slows down his browsers, which slows down his OBS, which means there's a disconnect and causes him to lag behind. Man, I'm so glad everyone loves him now, and the resurgence is there. He's popular again. Look at that. 26 people waiting for his stream. And let's see when he starts the stream up. Oh, look at that. 23 viewers on Kick. Wow, Mr. Popularity right here. Then we have this very, very weird super chat from Don McLean. Sometimes I like to imagine Phil spreading his arms out so wide that they circle the entire earth and come back around to meet in prayer to Jesus Christ. Enjoy Stalker 2, everyone. And then as the begging increases, him swaying back and forth, side to side, increases as well.
And we can say, the year in review 2024. All the great, okay. Okay. I don't like it.
Then of course, he's attacking RTU after RTU attacked his boyfriend's Kino Casino. And at one point, RTU is talking to COG, and COG calls DSP a retard, and DSP says that's a slur, you can't say that. Even though in the past, 3 months, he said it multiple times to his regular chatters as well. And see, it's only a problem if everyone else says it. If DSP says it, it's okay.
Look, DSP is a fucking retard. I can't really put it any other way. Oh, sorry, am I okay to say that on your show? I said it on my show.
Yes, I say retard all the time. It's fine.
Yeah, cool.
So the first words out of COG's mouth is a slur that you're not supposed to say, right?
Then DSP went on to gloat that he's thinner than RTU. But then 5 minutes later, someone does a super chat making fun of RTU's weight, and DSP sits there and says, I'm not gonna fat shame him, I'm not gonna talk about his weight. And this is how DSP titles his clip about RTU. Review Tech USA loses his mind, thinks he's DSP, and steals his show? Of course, he's talking about the layout, because RTU put a green screen up, and then he puts Phil's background behind him, and DSP sees that as RTU trying to steal his show. Then one of DSP's editors actually put this up. It's the Wolverine meme, with RTU as Wolverine, and DSP as Jean Grey. Then of course, Darkseid Flow had to have fun with this, and he put DSP on RTU's background. Then Darkseid also says, they're like two stalkers stalking each other. Then we have this weird thing that DSP said as well. DSP says that when he was in elementary school, there was a mass panic among students to avoid eating yellow dye because his classmates said, it would make your penis small and you'll become impotent. I'm pretty sure you never had to worry about that, considering you were born with a micropeen. Then DSP decided to show off even more bad merchandise. We have DSP got something neat to show you all on stream tomorrow. And he shows his hoodie with the DSP logo with an upside down N64 controller as a crown. Absolutely pathetic. Then we have this where it says, can't convince me this guy isn't in the closet.
I'm better. Tips and tricks videos on how to eat cod? That's amazing. I am sure he's probably telling you the techniques, the two-handers, you know.
Then Delusional Side Phil comes out, where he talks about how hard he's worked to get where he's at. He had to persevere, and he became one of the best content creator and gamers in the country.
No, here's the thing. In truth, I'm a very competitive guy. You know, in my life, when people tell me I can't do something, I then work hard to persevere and do it. How many years have people said, you suck at this, you suck at that, and then I persevere, and I'm still here, and I'm actually doing well as a content creator in my life, like everything, right? All these years, people held me back, in Street Fighter, whenever someone talked monstrous shit about me that I'm a scrub and I can't back it up, and then I ended up becoming one of the best players in the country after dedicating myself to getting good, you know.
I'm really sure every day begging people for money so you can pay your bills, being supported by like 2 or 3 people. What a great success that is. You built your own prison. You are stuck in that room until the day you die because you can't do anything else. You don't have the work experience. You've been out of the job field almost 20 years now. Your incident is all over the internet. You're circling the drain. You might think you're winning because you're getting all that money, but do you really get that money when it leaves as soon as you get it? Whether it be useless crap for your background, unnecessary upgrades, or the biggest waste, you know, WWE Champions time. Imagine, you could have taken your wife to Japan multiple times. You could have retired by now with the millions you've made on YouTube. But no, you gotta have the Hulk Hogan dick pics, dude. Then we have this from DSPGAMING. As I'm going through today's podcast, I've noticed DSP continues to start later and later, but yet leave on time most of the time. And he goes on to say in January 2024, 11:12 a.m., February 11:14 a.m., and then as you can see there, 11:29. Now at the same time, I'm going to disagree with one thing. He's not been leaving on time, because before it was 12:15, then it was 12:30 he left, and then 12:45. And the last couple of times, he's been stalling for money, so he's left after 1 p.m. to start gameplay. Well, sorry, start his break, then gameplay. Then someone noticed Phil's wearing the hoodie, but no shirt underneath. And then Phil said this.
You can see 2 tassels to tighten that sucker, right? And it is very, very comfortable on, and very warm, actually. I didn't know how warm it would be. And I'm actually not even wearing like an undershirt on this, and I'm pretty warm in this thing. So, FYI, good quality stuff. And it arrived yesterday on my day off, which is why I was finally able to put it on today.
And of course, what would a DSP pre-stream be without a meltdown that include name dropping duty?
Do something else. If you get so caught up in drama, I mean, we had this guy, Void, right? When I started streaming on Kick, he liked my content. He wants to be one of my biggest supporters. He gives a whole bunch of subs, becomes one of my top 3 supporters. Within a few weeks, he's talking to fucking duty streams. He's in drama content. He's got them all on his streams. They're literally trying to take my supporters and convert them to be detractors. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? That's not normal human behavior. That's sick shit. That's stuff that people who are deranged do. You understand? Normal people don't fucking have these kind of actions. They just, you know, so what is going on? And now I got to deal with the repercussions of this shit. Because I'm on stream, and I got to hear about all this drama behind the scenes, and then they're talking shit about me in my chat, they're talking shit about me in their chat, and then the detractors are making videos about it. It's like, I just want to stream content. I literally just want to be here right now talking about my schedule for the week. Why can't I do that? Humans are too susceptible and too much suckers for drama. Okay? They are. I don't want to make drama content. I don't. I really don't. That was never my goal. That's why I never became someone like Keemstar or someone like that. You understand? Literally, that's why I stayed away from it. I could have done that. And then you could have said, well, Phil, guess what? It's your own fault. You made your bed. And I would have been like, you know what? Fair enough. That's the content I put out. That's the life I got to live with. I don't do that. I don't make that content. I don't make LOLCOW content. I don't make drama content, right? So why do I have to deal with all the bullshit as if I do? I don't understand. It makes me scratch my fucking head. You know, I don't understand it at all why I have to deal with this bullshit. So it's this simple. If you're susceptible to this shit and you're going to sit here and you're going to associate with these people and you're going to talk with them, then go join them and leave me alone. And that goes for everyone. It's sad because I have many people who I think are great positive parts of this community. Void was one of them. Void was here. He was chatting it up and we were all having a good time. He was making emotes and everything. And then all of a sudden he turns. What did I do? Did I change? No. Did I change my content, my attitude, anything about me? No.
I absolutely love how at the height of the Kino arc, he was all about drama, calling people out, felting people. But now he's going back to pre-Kino. I don't want to talk about drama. If you want to talk about drama, leave, go somewhere else. So he's losing supporters. His views are going back to pre-Kino. His attitude towards drama is going back to pre-Kino. Oh, come on, I want another spoon rant. So bad. Spoon rant, spoon rant, spoon rant. Then we have this from LOLCOW. This is the content you get only on the podcast.
Oh, I feel better now. Oh, I feel so good now. Oh.
And DSP is now mad. Why is he mad though? Apparently he's out of breakfast burritos Kat makes for him and has to eat frozen breakfast burritos for 2 days. Could this be an indication of teen divorce on the rise?
I'm also upset because we're out of my wife's delicious breakfast burritos that she makes. And she's going to make me another batch today, but I've had to eat shitty microwave store, frozen burritos for 2 days. And I don't like them, but it's the only thing we had for breakfast. Luckily, she's making new burritos this afternoon. So I'm happy that I'm going to have fresh burritos tomorrow. So I'm also pissy about that. I'm pissy about a lot of things today. Very pissy.
And DSP went on a rant about the detractors and how they have no power over him and the world would be a better place without them. And we have Steve of the Dead. My fucking dude, we're the reason you buy paper plates. And also Barrett Wells at the bottom. He says he can't have kids because of detractors. The Brunell bloodline is literally ending because of the thing that doesn't affect him. Then you can tell DSP's been drinking because he said this. He tripped and knocked the cord out of his capture card and almost fell trying to open his window. So before Kino, before the King streak, the goals met streak, whatever you want to call it, he was usually getting $150 or more, and then you add on top of memberships, and then you add on top of super chats. So technically he was actually making a little bit more than he is right now, because he keeps adding everything into the total to hit the total. And as of late, he's been hitting it exactly like 150, 155, 160, where before he was getting like $300-400 a stream. And now Iron Chef Sakai has another idea. Hey Phil, I gifted you a game. I wanted to tell you just because I remembered what you said about emails and spam messages. It was $30 if you want to add to the total or not. Also, do what you will with it. I couldn't pass up a deal. Then DSP announced he has an intention to do a full playthrough of Dino Crisis now that it's on the PS5. And LOLCOW reminds us exactly how this went last time.
Oh, fuck. Shoot this fucker. God damn it. There's 2 of them! I'm dead. What the fuck? I died. Oh shit! Ah! There's fucking dinosaurs everywhere. Oh no. No! Wah!
Then of course, DSP had be disgusting yet again. He's now talking about looking at your poop shoot in a mirror. And then DSP went on to talk about the PSP and how it was the same price as a PS3. And Poem Josh, spoilers, PSP was $250. The PS3 was $499. Then DSP made a prediction about the new Sony handheld, and he claims it will cost between $400 and $600 and be called PlayStation Satellite.
One definitive portable device like we used to. The Switch is not it. The Switch is too limited with its library of games and doesn't play the vast majority of games that are popular outside of Nintendo first-party titles. So there is room. However, here's the problem, in my opinion. Sony has never been able to make a portable console that's price reasonable. The PSP, when it first released, was very expensive. It was around almost the same price as like a PS3. The PS Vita was almost the same price as the PS4. So who's going to go spend anywhere between $400 to $600 for a portable device that you might, you know, you're taking it with you, it's going to wear out, you could drop it, you could break it. It's too expensive. Listen, people will spend $600 for a home console that sits on their entertainment center. People probably aren't going to spend $600 on a portable device that at any moment you could drop on the ground. You're on the subway, you spill it. Oops, I put coffee on it because, you know, I was at my office, I was playing it, and now you're out $600, right? Like, I think that that's the problem. They have to find the perfect balance of good games, good graphics, but a price tag that's reasonable. The PS Vita was incredibly expensive at launch. Do you remember? I got it. This was back in the day, early on when I was a YouTuber, and I told everyone, hey, I'm going to buy like every single new piece of tech. And I did. I bought the Vita. I bought the PS Move. You know, I bought all the peripherals and accessories, all that motion control era. The Vita had like no good games. Like, it had, like I said, the bootleg Uncharted. It had Gravity Rush, which was, I think, it wasn't exclusive to the Vita, was it? It might have been. I think at first Gravity Rush was exclusive to the Vita, but then they ported it because people didn't buy the Vita, so they ported it to everything else, if I remember correctly. Like, I just remember it was underwhelming. There just wasn't a lot of games for it that were like groundbreaking or that people wanted to play. Oh, there was a Killzone. I played the Killzone game at launch too. But these all been too expensive. You know, PSP was very expensive at launch, but then over the time that it was out, they kept lowering the price to before it became more reasonable. A lot more people bought it. And then they had a lower model that was actually like more portable and was cheaper. So my concern is that Sony's going to do this again. The same thing they always do. They get overexcited because they see an opportunity, but then they're not in touch with what their customers want. And then they try to sell you something you don't want or can't afford. Like, for example, if they come out with a PS Portable, so not this, because it's the PS Portal. What if they call it the new PlayStation Portable, right? Or they call it, I don't know, the PlayStation Satellite or something weird like that. Because now they're liking their idea of like space and shit like that, right? Astrobot, right? Let's say they call it the PlayStation Satellite, right? If they launch it and it's $299 or $399 and it runs amazing games like PS4 plus quality, I think it will be successful. If they launch the thing and it's $699, they might as well not launch it. They might as well just fucking not even bother. No one's gonna drop that kind of money on a portable. It's too expensive. It's not reliable. You're not gonna want to drop it and then say, fuck, I'm out $700, right? So I guess we'll see what happens. They are saying it's several years out, that what they're talking about is like maybe end of life cycle of PS5. Take the tech of the PS5 and somehow make it into a portable while they're kind of working on PS6. So, interesting story. We haven't...
Then are you ready for Insider DSP to talk about the current gaming landscape? And he also discusses the latest Mass Effect news.
Industry, we're currently in a big boom. And if everything was going well, then maybe someone might be willing to throw more money at them. But take a look at what's happened this year. We had a lot of games that were promised to be great and big, and they all flopped, or they were mediocre and didn't sell as much as they wanted. You know, the guns of the industry didn't really have big games this year, right? Can you name, off the top of your head, can you name 5 blockbuster games from big studios this year? I can maybe think of 1 or 2, right? I can't think of 5. It was not that year, you know what I mean? Xbox outright said the industry's in a slump, which I don't believe. Sony really didn't come out with much besides Astrobot, right? They haven't really had a hit on their hands. Some of the biggest games have been from non-big game studios, like, for example, Black Myth Wukong. Sold like hotcakes. Huge win for the Chinese company, and now they're going to expand and make way more games, which is good for them, right? But, yeah, you know, this was not a big year of big stories and sales wins for games. So what ends up happening is when that happens in the industry in general, investors scale back. They're going to do less investing. They're going to take less chances. Until they start seeing things pick up again, they're not going to want to throw money at stuff. And when you got to... Listen, at first, Humanoid Origin sounds like a great idea to me. It sounds like a company of tried and true developers. The guy who directed the original Mass Effect trilogy, which was a hit, even though you might argue, oh, Mass Effect 3's end days all sucked. You're right, but still, the trilogy was incredibly popular, and everyone was sad when BioWare was put to make Anthem instead of more Mass Effect, right? So, to see them kind of get redirected back, the director and his new team, and they're working hard on a new game, this is great. Throw money at them. So they did. People threw money at them at first. But in this day and age, you have to have some results. You can't expect that you're going to have 3 years to mess around and not have a single proof of concept. Like, where's the proof of concept that this game's going to be good? Did they even make a workable demo? Did they have a trailer? Did they have anything? Where is it? No one's going to give you more money if you work for 3 years and have nothing to show. And that's sad, because I feel like this could have been great. We need competition. I feel like that's a major problem right now, is there really is no major competition anymore when it comes to the big franchises and big games. Like, you might say, well, you know, there's no Mass Effect right now. Someone else is going to take up the reins. Who? Mass Effect Andromeda came out a long time ago. Has there been a single sci-fi style game that has actually taken up the reins, that we're going to take over sci-fi now because Mass Effect dropped the ball? Guess what BioWare just put out? Dragon Age the Veilguard, which isn't doing well. Sales-wise, way, way down from any previous game or expectations. It is not selling well. So, that's what I mean. Like, this is just a situation where they could have been big shit. So what happened? I think this is going to be one of those situations where there's going to be a documentary in, like, or, you know, or a book about it, where someone's going to get the behind the scenes information about what happened internally. Because it sounds to me like something happened bad. How do you work for 3 years and have nothing? It just, even if you work for 3 years and you have something that's not good, it's better than zero. And they have zero, nothing to show anyone. Why would you think an investor would give you more money, right? So it is disappointing. I was excited for this. You know, when I heard, you know, Andromeda flopped and no one else was really making a sci-fi game, I got excited to hear that the director of the original trilogy was going to lead a whole studio and make another game that may actually, you know, be the big sci-fi thing. But I just don't know. It's unfortunate. It's sad. And now I wonder what's going to happen, because we really don't have anything. Sci-fi is pretty dead at this point, right? When you think about it, Starfield flopped. That was supposed to be the big sci-fi thing. That flopped. And now there's no competitor to Mass Effect. Now, FYI, BioWare is working on the next Mass Effect. But BioWare also just put out a game that's underwhelming and not selling in Veilguard, so what makes you think that the new Mass Effect's going to be good? Okay.
I absolutely love how DSP tells people how to make games, what time frame to make it. Remember too, this is the same guy who says, why is it taking so long to make games? What's going on? It shouldn't take you this long. You shouldn't drag your feet. Come on guys, get it together. Make these games faster. Then we get to DS politics, round 2. We have DSP in the Kick Chat. I'm trying to get all the articles set up for tonight, but news websites run like horrid shit. Mostly because of 500 pop-up ads you can't block or the site kicks you out. And Gelko adds onto this, can't figure out ad block. Then we see DSP pull up the articles. We have Dragon. Remember when DSP claimed his audience has attention issues?
On $400,000 bail and are scheduled to... What the fuck is going on over here? This is so distracting. This is so fucking stupid. God, these ads kill me. $400,000 bail and are scheduled to appear in court on December 4th. I can't even get it off the screen. Seattle police believe the trio is behind a series.
Then are you ready for quite possibly the worst intro DSP has ever done? You are not ready for this. You are not ready for this, but you're gonna watch it anyways. Have fun. And if that wasn't bad enough, he also has these bumper ads for his intros to each segment. Very Derek-esque moments here.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's get more viewers. Let's get the support going, everyone. As you know, this is a normal stream for me. We want the streak to continue. Let's get some subs. I see many people in the chat who don't have subs, so let's get some of those. Let's get some gifted subs for the channel, and let's get some tips in and keep that momentum going. Okay, ready? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our second topic of the night.
And of course, what would a DSP video be without DSP mispronouncing words? This time on DS Politics.
I told you guys, I'm no fan of Donald Trump. I'm just not, okay? All right, continuing on. We could do better than a binary choice between fascism and not fascism. That's also not what it was.
So the man who doesn't vote, so the man that says his vote doesn't count, and the man who has a political show, he does not know how midterm elections work.
And then we can't do anything because we have no power. Because not only did they lose the presidency, they lost the House of Representatives and they lost the Senate. They lost it all. They're going to have no power for the next 4 years.
Then we have this from Theo. DSP thinks it's weird. Biden is still acting as president before Trump returns. Yeah, DSP, he's still our president, LOL. I'm willing to bet he doesn't even know what's going to happen on January 20th. Then Gout, DSP believes that once you get voted in, you should start immediately, not 2-3 months down the road, just immediately. Then we have a quote from DSP during DS Politics. Who polled the American public for this? Who asked us before doing this? Poems Josh. It's called voting, Philip. Then DSP decided to talk about RFK, who's going to be one of Trump's cabinet members for the health section, I believe. We have Plop. If RFK speaks in hyperboles or lies, it's because there is some sort of factual basis behind it. You cannot discredit what the man says.
Either you completely agree or you completely disagree. No, you can call a fact, you can call a fib. In this case, that was a fact. There's a little bit of hyperbole and fibbing in there, but there's a fact behind it, and that's what counts. I just don't understand how then you just discredit anything the man ever says, right?
Then we have Theo. DSP says everything RFK Jr. says is hyperbole, and people dislike him for his hyperbole. A viewer tells him people don't like him for being wrong about science and pushing conspiracy theories and is anti-vax. And DSP dismiss it, saying it's irrelevant. LOL, this dude is dumb. Then he went on to talk about the war in Ukraine, and DSP keeps calling Ukraine the Ukraine for some weird reason. And we have a quote from DSP. We're gonna have another World War II. But let's hear from DSP himself on his thoughts about the war in Ukraine.
On a rush, they want to spend more of our money because they realize when Trump gets in, it ain't gonna happen anymore. Trump's gonna say, are you out of your mind? Fucking cut this off right now. We're not gonna keep sending American money over there. What the fuck did they do to earn it? What are they doing in any way, shape, or form that means that we need to now pay for their country's existence? It's ridiculous. Okay, now listen, I don't want Russia to take the world over, right? The big fear is that if you don't do something to stop Russia and leave their power unchecked, we're gonna have another World War II. We're gonna have another Hitler that takes over the world because people were so pussyfooted back then, they didn't want to intervene. I don't know about that. And next thing you know, you got the Third Reich and you got the Axis powers and everything's fucked up, right? I get it. I totally get that, all right? I don't understand how us giving so many billion upon billions of dollars to the Ukraine has done that. How did that stop Putin exactly? Do we have any evidence that all the money we've given Ukraine has helped one bit? And now...
He then went on to say he doesn't understand why the USA would become involved in other nations' wars. Then another quote, Biden should put a blimp of Winnie the Pooh with North Korea's face on it. As Theo points out, laugh my fucking ass off, DSP, wrong guy. I believe it's China he's thinking of, not North Korea. Then it looks like DSP's social media propaganda machine, Detractor News, is done with DSP because of his thoughts on Ukraine. They put this out. I'm done defending DSP. He had so many brain dead takes on Ukraine, and I have relatives in Ukraine. He never should have gotten into politics because he has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to anything. And now DSP is going to talk about families fighting because Donald Trump won and all the bickering and back and forth in a way that only DSP can say it.
There have been numerous reports of fights breaking out, family members literally disowning their other family members, friendships breaking and ending, relationships breaking and ending, all because Donald Trump won the US presidency. If you're involved in one of these situations, okay, I have a sincere question for you, and I would hopefully like to get an answer tonight, okay? Here's my question to you. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's a fucking election. It happens every 4 years. No, really. We have presidential elections in the United States every single 4 years. In fact, there's no chance that Donald Trump can be president a second time after this one, because this will be his second term. There's checks and balances in place to make sure that he can't be a president the third time. So what the fuck is wrong with your head? Why would you lose a friend, lose a loved one, lose a family member or a significant other? Why would you take extreme action because of a fucking election?
Then DSP went on to talk about crime in Seattle and how kids are committing crimes and their parents should be held responsible for them. Even going as far as if the kid breaks the law, the parent should be arrested. It was all over the place. And DSP was complaining about kids in their teens stealing cars and robbing stores. So DSP doesn't vote, doesn't do anything to make a change in his area, but wants to beg and complain online how awful it is to live where he lives. Then we have this video here. DSP logic. If the parents are held accountable for their children's behavior, then the parents won't have children to begin with.
And if the parents are irresponsible, like someone literally just said in chat, they're home smoking crack. Let's say that's the case. And these kids get picked up for committing violent crimes, robbing cars, destroying dispensaries. What is the punishment for that parent? Because they're legally responsible for the child. They're the ones that had the kid and has to raise that child and make sure that they become a productive member of society. Where's the punishment for the parent sitting at home high off their fucking ass? Because if there was a punishment to the irresponsible party that created the child, then they probably wouldn't have had the child. Get it? People are not just going to willy-nilly have kids and not care about them if it means they're going to get punished and locked up for the actions of the child. But for some reason, this is like lost. No one talks about this. No one can figure this out. It's like the big, crazy, unfigure-outable thing. Oh, punishment for actual irresponsibility? Yes.
Then DSP went on to say, there are so many productive things for children to do today, like school, the internet, stay at home.
Today, there are so many things for kids to do that are productive. There's sports, there's all these other programs, there's education, there's hell, stay at home, go on the internet, do something, do anything but hold up a store with a gun.
Then it looked like Slayer's propaganda has moved from DSP versus the internet to DS politics. As DSP said, this was a video that Slayer nominated to him on DSP Reacts, where DSP goes on to say, Trump did a little white collar crime, just like the Democrats. Excuse me, WTF is this show? Yeah, remember, he's talking about how Donald Trump was arrested for tax fraud, which sounds very familiar to a certain person in Renton, Washington.
Campaign.
So let me get this straight. The American populace didn't care that the Democrats literally prosecuted him, Trump, for something that literally they all do too. They all commit these little white crimes and things, and they all get away with it because none of them prosecute each other. But all of a sudden, when someone's their political rival does it, then they go after him. They totally shot themselves in the foot, because if they equally went after everyone this way, then there wouldn't have been an issue. But the fact is, these people do these things all the time. They misappropriate funds, they misclassify things, they do it to benefit themselves because they're rich and powerful, and all their buddies are the people who prosecute for it. So they say, turn a blind eye. I don't care that you did it. But all of a sudden, Trump did the same thing they all do, and he's the devil. Wait a minute. I think the American people were smarter than that. Oopsie poopsie.
Voter disaffection.
Then Slayer pointed out that DSP picked this video, not him. DSP goes on to say he doesn't have an issue with his area being liberal. Then goes on to blame his liberal-leaning government for making where he lives a crime-ridden hellhole. Then DSP goes on to tell people, if you don't like the USA, then leave.
The story is, Ellen DeGeneres has left the country because Donald Trump won the election. I have one response to this story. Good. Now, everyone else who's a little whiny baby and can't take it, also go with her. Leave now and let the rational thought people stay behind. Okay? Get out. We don't need these kind of fucking people who whine and bitch and complain and cry and scream and cope and seethe. Wah! The election, wah! We don't need them.
And DSP read a story about someone being mugged and people being stabbed and how no one helped them. And as Otter points out, if he saw it happening, he'd be like one of those cartoon characters where he runs away so fast, it leaves an outline. Then MM left this in the chat. At DSP Gaming, if DS Politics keeps growing to a powerhouse, would you consider having controversial streamers like Hassan and Destiny on to talk? Then DSP put this political tweet out on Twitter. A well-regarded pollster said that Trump would lose in Iowa on election day. Many say she was trying to hurt his chances, but will he do anything about it? Enjoy this highlight from DS Politics. Then this is how he titles his clip from DS Politics. DSP goes nuclear on child crime in Seattle. Where are the parents? By the way, 469 views in 21 hours, just saying. And this also reminds me of The Simpsons. I think it was Ned Flanders' wife. Won't someone please think of the children? Then we have this highlight of Kinda Sav reacting to DS Politics, where she says, literally the only good at DS Politics last week, probably the hardest I've ever laughed watching DSP.
Also, this is funny as fuck though. Watch this.
At the time.
Watch this.
But we're not done.
Right here.
Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this. This has nothing to do with the article. This is very annoying. Are you kidding me?
There's a guy dressed just like an elf twirling around in a hoop.
Look at this.
What is this, like Cirque du Soleil? Muckleshoot casino? How is this a casino? These people are like flipping around. Yeah, this has nothing to do with the article, guys. Look at his little pants. Is this like a holiday thing? Like, what is this? She's lost. She's lost it.
I'm like crying.
Then we're gonna switch over Bloodborne, where people are starting to mess with DSP for the support goal, and it looks like the Argentina memberships have returned, giving DSP false hope that he hit the goal. It's also the return of the membership audits from DSP.
Clear out this area. Wow, do we get a bunch of gifted we got a bunch of gifted memberships over on YouTube right now. Thank you for that. I'll shut that out in a second. Whoa! Kino Bro is gifting a ton. Kino Bro gifted 20 memberships, then gifted another 10 memberships on YouTube. All right, let me clear this out, and then I will do all these shoutouts and update the leaderboard. I'm pretty positive that we hit the goal. So, is Kino Bro's account real? This is a good question, guys. Here's why I ask. These gifted memberships that Kino Bro just gave me could be completely fake. They could be completely fake. This could be that you noticed that I've been shouting out memberships recently. So, I don't know. How about this? The only way to tell is if Kino Bro actually does a super chat. And if Kino Bro does a super chat and it shows that it's Argentinian, it means that it's a troll. Because I can't tell if these are legit or not. These could all be worth a penny. Seriously, each one of these memberships could be worth a penny. So I literally can't count them. I can't until we legitimately feel if this guy's real or not. And I don't know. A account that was just made today that claims they were sent by Kino Casino. Yeah, right. Sounds suspect. And then just happens to drop 30 memberships out of nowhere, even though I don't know who they are and this is their first night here. Sounds like Argentinian memberships to me. Just saying. So, yeah, I don't know if I can count these or not. I feel like it would be unsafe to count those, right? No, the sad fact is YouTube never fixed the loophole and there's no way to verify. Someone could still do the Argentinian membership shit. It's ridiculous that you can, but you know, if he did a super chat and the super chat showed not Argentinian, then we would know that it's real. But if he does a super chat and it's Argentinian, then we know that it's a troll. If he doesn't do a super chat, it shows that he's basically a troll as well. Anyway, so I did receive a $1 tip. Okay. I just confirmed all those channel memberships were fake, by the way. I just confirmed. It's been 100% confirmed. So there you go. Okay. So we're still at $101 of support tonight, everybody. Okay.
I love how the new scam is, if you gift memberships, you now have to super chat me on top of that to prove that you're real and you're not giving me fake memberships. Phil, what is stopping them from doing Argentina memberships and then super chatting you in American or Canadian dollars? Think about that, Phil. You still can't tell if they're real or not. And this is another thing that keeps happening. People wait until the last minute and then there's a Hail Mary. And would you look at that, Adam DBZ 90s Man is gone. But Jolly Gaming is back, both Australian dollars. And people found out when they went to Jolly Gamer's YouTube channel, it had the exact same handle as Adam's DBZ 90s Man. Meaning, this is the same person, they just changed their name.
And now we have someone gifting memberships, and I have no way to tell if they're real or not because this is a brand new person who's never been here before. So you can't confirm if they're real or not. These could be fake. Remember, we already had someone here tonight giving fake memberships out. Of course, unless there's evidence it's real, I can't count it. And right now I can tell you there's probably no, it's probably not real. If it were real, it would have been someone who would have come by and super chatted or did a tip. Wait, he did a... Is that Australian? So I think Jolly Gaming might be legit because I think that's Australian. Hold on. Yeah, I think it's legit. I think it's legit because that's an Australian super chat. So he had to have gifted those via Australia. So, okay. Well, guess what? It's legit then. Jolly Gaming, I have no idea who you are. I don't recall ever seeing you in chat. But we got a new person who just came by and gifted 15 memberships to the community and then did a $10 Australian super chat. Now, we know from experience that Australian super chats are worth 2/3 as much as if they were in English. In English, wow. In USD is what I meant to say. So that super chat's worth 666, no lie. Which means that we're up to 121. And then if you do the math, 15 memberships, each membership is about $3. That means that's about $45 in memberships. And then on top of that, I'm not kidding, while that was all happening, someone just tipped me $35 and says, this is an anonymous tipper. The streak will not end tonight. I hope that you have a better day. A better day tomorrow. Thank you. And wait a minute. And then on top of that, I received a $50 tip. Good to see that you have returned to Bloodborne. This all happened right now. All at once. So we had a $35 tip from an anonymous tipper. And then we had a $50 tip from someone who says, good to see you returning to Bloodborne. So, that's anonymous. Did I put the $50 tip animation? Did I play it? I'll play it. In case. I don't think I did. So, with all of that literally came in last minute from 3 different people, it is absolutely official that tonight the streak continues at 74. So thank you to Jolly Gaming. Thank you to 2 anonymous tippers.
And then in another Bloodborne stream, the money was not there. He was worried the streak's gonna end, and he started getting pissy and angry at his chat. DSP Gout, guys, I'm in a bad mood. Send money.
Guys, this is the finale of my stream, so unless someone contributes in the next 5 to 10 minutes, that's it. The streak is over. And I'm really in a bad mood. I don't really even want to mention it. So if someone contributes, thank you so much. But outside of that, I'm not even going to mention it again until the end of the stream. Because you guys know the deal.
Then we have this one titled, Again, I Have No Words.
Oh, he's dead? Why is he dead? That's weird.
Then we turn towards Street Fighter 6, the return of Friday Night Fights. For the longest time, Jax Raster was downstairs crying, but he's back, spending more money on DSP. Phil got beat up so bad in Street Fighter 6, he said, people who can beat DSP in Street Fighter 6 should play real fighting games because they take real intelligence. It seems like this has happened with every game, low support until the very end, Whale Mary, and Street Fighter 6 is no exception. We have Dragon, give me money if you want to continue to see me play mouth drooling idiots.
Alright guys, it's break time. Now would be the perfect time to contribute and hit the goal. We only have 27 bucks, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very honest with you, alright? There's a million games we can play. And quite frankly, you know, fighting games, I really enjoyed this game for like a year and a half. I don't really think it's that good anymore. I'm just being honest with all of you. I think that they did they ruined the game. The only people still playing are tryhards who just play online patterns that are unstoppable. They don't actually understand fighting games. So for someone like me who's been around the block playing fighting games since the inception of Street Fighter 2 in arcades, it makes me actually frustrated to play this game because these bunch of fucking idiots playing it, and they win because the game's broken down into just, you know, low-level intelligence garbage. So, if I'm going to actually play this game and enjoy it, it has to be something that I have to play a decent amount. I can't play it once a month and expect me to do well. It's never going to happen. You understand? So I need to know if there's commitment that you guys want me to keep playing fighting games or not at this point. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like if I get back into the groove of it and I learn, because you saw, like, I played the Terry Bogard, the dude literally did 100% patterns. He didn't do a single thing in reaction to anything I did. He just was guessing game patterns, and I don't know the patterns because I haven't played the game now for 3 months, you know, at all. I've touched upon it. I played a little bit when Terry came out. That's it. I haven't played it. So I need to play a good amount of it, like probably tonight and then Friday and then another 1 or 2 times next week. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to consistently be playing it if I'm going to get good at it. I'm going to be honest. Take a look. I got 27 bucks in support tonight. It's not going to cut it, especially when we can play other games and things go well. I don't think that this is working, to be honest with you. If the streak ends tonight, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be very upset because it shouldn't end because I'm playing Street Fighter, you know? But I don't know. Do you guys want more Street Fighter or not? Are you think it's played out and done? It's been over a year and a half I've been playing it. And if you guys think that it's time to throw in the towel with Street Fighter and do other shit, I'd be more than willing to do other shit. You know what I mean? That's up to you. You guys tell me what you want, and I'll judge, judge off of your reactions. But people were telling me they wanted this back badly, which is why I'm playing it tonight. Like, people were literally saying to me, we need Street Fighter. You're not playing Street Fighter anymore. We miss Street Fighter. I'm hyped for Street Fighter, but I'm not seeing it. Okay? Thank you to Perry the White, who just gifted a whopping 10 subs over on Kick. Perry, thank you so much. Let's get you up on the leaderboard.
Then we have some comments from DSP's chat. Thunder Chunky. Haven't watched a DSP video in years and they're identical. You know what I mean? It's bullsh. I agree, Phil. The game is making you lose, man. The king. Why do game developers hate DSP so much? Can't believe the game singles King Phil out every time, man. These game devs are evil. It's the game. Terrible player, man. It's not you, King Phil. It's the game. We have Steven Savage. Look, Phil, I love you, bro, but Jesus, cry more. If you're better, you win. He beat you. Get better and win every time. Bland Polecat. We desire more positive vibes from our boy. Nobody. I love Phil, but he's being really mean tonight. I want to donate today, but it's really turning me off. Then DSP went on to say, he hates Street Fighter 6 and hates it even more every time he plays it even more. We have Alpha Frequency. Phil is so intelligent, he realized the best strategy is winning, so maybe his opponent won't want to hear his voice and they'll quit. Christian Clement, this guy is cooking you, to be fair. You gotta admit when you're getting wiped. That was like Jake Paul versus Tyson. Avarice, Phil taught us you need to learn how to lose before you can learn how to win. Nobody. You need a break, Philly. You're being very negative. Steven again. Like, we all know was great at Street Fighter, but he's blaming losses on his opponents? Like, WTF. He needs to accept the loss and learn from it. Instead, he's using complaints as his main attack. And look at that. Bottom of the barrel now. DSP got beaten by a 1-star bronze Cammy. And the money was still not coming in, and DSP begged people to pay him to prove there is commitment to fighting games. And not only is DSP going to add Street Fighter 6 to the wage quit list this year, he might even put fighting games in general on the wage quit list. As he says, he doesn't think he wants to play fighting games in the future because he keeps losing in Street Fighter 6. And Poems Josh points out all the money he spent on arcade sticks, games, and hardware to take fighting games seriously again. Well spent. Even Jade got on DSP. Hey bud, if win, you say game over, please. Then look at that. Phil went up against Mouth Drooler, Hogan Polars. Let's do this. But let's actually see how Phil did in Street Fighter 6. Let's watch some gameplay now. DSP crashes the fuck out after getting his shit pushed in by Guile.
Instant! He instantly got it? I don't buy that at all. Sorry, I don't, Guile. I don't buy it. Especially because I haven't been using it. This is all bullshit. Okay, so I press a button, but he knows and he counter hits. It's complete nonsense. This game sucks and this guy's terrible. Complete corner bullshit. You suck my ass. Seriously. Just like that. Oh, he got that drive impact on reaction. No, he didn't. No, he fucking didn't. You didn't. You're a fucking piece of shit. I don't believe it. I don't believe you. You're a fucking stupid scrub cheater is what you are. There's no fucking way. When I didn't use drive impact literally the entire set, that the one time that I tried to use it, it instant counters, fuck that cheater. These fucking people are terrible. They can only play with patterns, Hail Mary EX moves, and then they prove that they're cheating. That 100%. There's no fucking way that guy did that on reaction. I don't buy it at all. Sorry, I don't. I don't at all buy that that guy did that on reaction. Not with the way he plays and the fact that he gambles and Hail Marys. He did not do that on reaction. He just fucking has something that's cheating there. There's no fucking way. No, I'm not gonna give him props. Fuck him. Seriously, he only beats you with pattern play. He only beats me when he has me at the right distance, so now he can do everything safe, and I can't do anything. The moment that it's a fair fight, he loses every time. Every single trade, every single time that I was in the middle of the screen, he couldn't fucking lock me with a pattern. He couldn't do anything. He's 100% a pattern player. It sucks. Oh, here's my opportunity to just flow forward and do brain dead gameplay. Yeah, it sucks. It's not a good game. And then again, when he's in trouble, Hail Mary, EX flash kick, hope it hits. And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. He literally never baited me once, never really reacted to a single move that I did. It was all just safe mode pattern play gameplay, and it sucks because, again, that's not how Street Fighter is meant to be. It never was designed that way, nor should it ever be played that way. It's pathetic, and it's embarrassing that that's how this game has become, because you would think they would have learned from Street Fighter V, but I guess not. I guess money talks, right? They know that if it appeals to the masses, that then they're gonna fucking, make more money rather than make it a good game. And that's sad, because the game sucks shit. It does. This meta is terrible. It's not fun to play in any way, shape, or form for people who know what they're doing and aren't mouth droolers. All right, so
then we have this from DSP Historical Society. Are you sure about that, Philip?
Here comes a new
Ooh, so last time I fought JP, the guy literally kept pressing a Fierce Punch, and it like beat every. And by the way, this guy is another moron. What do you think you're doing trolling me with that name? You're not. That name doesn't affect me in any way. It has nothing to do with me. That was level 1 super. I did it on reaction. I did it on reaction, and the game didn't give it to me, so now he gets a giant combo because the game sucks. Look at that. Literally all unearned. Every hit here unearned. Every hit completely unearned, and it was all pattern play in the corner. Every hit. Whoa, what happened? Are you kidding? What the hell? He doesn't rematch because he's a piece of human shit. Yeah, that name doesn't affect anything. It has nothing to do with this community or me. He's a fucking moron.
And just like Street Fighter 6, I can see Call of Duty going on that wage/rage quit list for 2024. Because remember, when he got the PC, he said, I can play with the best players now. I dominated them. I'm doing amazing. I've never been this good at Call of Duty before. And I will say this, I've never seen him rage quit this much in a Call of Duty. So let's look at some rage quits from the previous week.
This shit ain't... This shit ain't working. We've lost these areas.
Where is this fucking guy? Dude, I can't see him. I literally can't see the fucking guy in the environment. What? One more time, I'm quitting, and I'll start over. This is a waste of fucking time.
Taking Bravo underway.
Capturing
Fuck this stupid shit. Just start over. No point in playing the match. I'm not gonna get any kills or nothing. It's just being dumb. Couldn't fire.
We're losing Charlie.
There, I can't turn. So bad. I can't move or turn. I spawn with a guy standing in front of me executing me. Great game. No, fuck you and your laggy ass connection and your horrible spawns. I'll wait for a better match. Thanks, you piece of shit. What the hell was that? I can't shoot the guy just sitting directly in front of me. The game's so fucking delayed, I can't fire on the guy standing 2 inches in front of my face. Oh, there was no one there. Are you out of your fucking... I'm about to quit. Fuck this. There's no one there. I slid into smoke firing, no hit detection at all. The guy who's actually was there insta-kills me. Fuck this piece of shit. He wasn't on the screen. Did you see that? I was literally looking down the site and there was no one there. I died and then he was there. What the fuck? Are you out of your mind? Why would I want to continue to play? Seriously, why on earth would I want to play?
Eyes on enemy.
Fuck this piece of shit. Seriously, fuck it. It's a garbage, dude. I love getting killed by invisible enemies that aren't looking at me. Look, I just spawned and there's already enemies spawning to my right. You saw that? They literally all appeared to my right and got a cheap kill. There was nothing I could do about it whatsoever.
Requesting recon above.
I'm about to quit and not play this ever again because, as you can see, hardcore is only worth playing if the connection's good. The connection is so bad, I will never get kills. There's no point in playing the mode.
Thermal grenade thrown.
I'm already lined up for the shot. As soon as he appears on screen, I pull the trigger, I'm instantly dead. Why would I play? Fuck this. There's no point in playing. There's literally no point. Why? There's no way you can legitimately get kills in that mode. You can't. Hardcore is terrible because you can't ever get a line. Every time you line up a shot, you're just already dead. But you weren't even on my screen yet. How am I dead? Fuck this. It's a waste of time, dude. It really is. It's a waste of fucking time. Unreal. It's so fucking bad. I fired, it connected, and then the game says, no, it didn't connect, you instantly died. You know what? One more, and if it happens again, I quit. Really, if it happens one more time, I quit. Waste of time.
Securing B. Hostile UAV established overhead.
Fucking awful. Nothing works. Nothing's registering, nothing does damage, and nothing works. Yeah, everything they do insta-kills me. No matter what, I'm instantly dead.
Come on, you're losing this fight.
I can't, none of my bullets register, no matter what I do. There's no point in playing. There's no point in playing if your guns don't deal damage. I might as well just fucking stand there and let them shoot me and put the guns down. A waste of time.
And now it's time for DSP to retcon something else. Get ready for this doozy of an excuse.
No, I'm not saying it's a full desync, but you understand what I'm saying. This game has frequent packet bursts, frequent issues, where you see something, you react to what you're seeing, and then the game says, oh, that's not what happened in the game. Award a kill to somebody else. People are in front of you, and you put up your gun, and you unload a whole clip, and the game will be like, nothing connected. What are you talking about? They're right there in front of me. How could it possibly have missed? Because the game's desync. Because the game is fucking packet burst bullshit. So dumb. What the hell was that?
Now we're gonna look at a very DSP-esque moment here. So DSP throws smoke. DSP gets killed through the smoke. DSP says, "Stupid smoke, I couldn't see anything." Facepalm moment.
Couldn't see him because of stupid smoke. I could not see his body through the smoke. How dumb.
And because the game is not hand-holding him, not letting him get easy wins, DSP has to get toxic towards the game because he can't put it in baby mode.
Damn it, we've lost the lead.
Wow, that's fair. So am I ever going to be able to get into a position where I could shoot someone, or are they all going to have the distance on me with fucking scoped weapons? So I can't ever use my SMG.
We've heard this excuse in Street Fighter, But now it comes to Call of Duty, the latency. Apparently 17 milliseconds is now crazy lag for DSP. I have a feeling the lag is DSP's brain.
Face-off team deathmatch.
Instantly dead, despite the fact I drew and fired immediately, the game killed me instantly. What a great game, huh? Again? Twice in a row, I'm not allowed to fire my weapon. I just die instantly. 3 times in a fucking row, I can't do anything. 4 times in a row, I can't do anything. This is great. Did you see the delay? Holy shit, did you see the fucking delay? That made no sense at all. Did you see the insane delay? I shot him. It said he didn't die, then he died after by like a second. Crazy fucking lag.
When DSP is playing Call of Duty, there is one thing he's known for, is his perfect aim. So let's take a look at perfect Aim Brunell in this next clip.
Hard point.
They don't die. I fill them with bullets, they don't die.
And Jade was not feeling this game either. At DSP Gaming, NI out, see ya, I hope you delete this soon, please. PS, I cool, one more, Street Fighter, ton. One of my most hated playthroughs from DSP is Flight Simulator. He's horrible at flying a plane, then puts it on autopilot so he doesn't even have to fly it. And guess what, guys? It's the audience job to give him money to pick where to go. Then the audience has to tell DSP facts about that place, plus give him money on top of that for the regular goals. It's basically a chat plays Flight Simulator. And this year is shaping up to be something special. So apparently DSP is telling chat, you gotta help me with Flight Simulator tomorrow. I don't remember how to fly a plane.
For one sick puppy, how about for Flight Simulator, you fly through Europe without fast forwarding? Europe is pretty small, relatively speaking. I don't know how to fly. I haven't played the game in 3.5 years, so I gotta remember how to play. You guys are gonna have to help me, because I tried to, when my wife was playing the other night, I tried to do it. I couldn't remember how to do half the stuff. It's been too long since I played. So I need you guys to help me to figure out how to play tomorrow, okay? Like, I'm down to do whatever, but I need help to learn how to play. So, right.
And we have Plop. I love how you can obviously tell he's on baby difficulty with no stalling or arcade physics. Dude is perpendicular to the ground. Note, he worked for a helicopter company prior to YouTube.
Trying, but it's so hard to control. Like, I can't get it to go slower, nor can I get it to fully turn right. I just want it to turn right, and I can't get it to turn right. That's not good. And into the trees I go. Ooh! Okay, I didn't crash. I went to the trees. There's someone's street.
DSP goes on to say, he's considering flying over his parents' house in Microsoft Flight Sim and showing everyone on stream where they live. Great, so he's gonna dox his parents live on stream. And that's probably the closest he's ever gonna get to seeing his parents again. When I say he's his own biggest detractor, this is the shit I'm talking about. And it's back, guys. The bison hat is back, now called the aviator hat. But remember, he didn't want to play dress up anymore. It was stupid stuff, it was a stupid gimmick, he retired it. But now that there's money involved, money, yeah, money, yeah, then we have kinda sav. DSP is playing Microsoft Flight Simulator and just referred to Christ the Redeemer as an action figure T-posing. Then we have Duty. DSP turns into a 9/11 terrorist and smashed a plane into the Vatican. Way to insult Catholics, Phil.
Oh no, was that like the Vatican? Oh, I swear I didn't mean to dive bomb the Vatican. That was completely inadvertent. I was trying to turn quickly. I don't know how to do it yet in this plane. I really didn't mean to dive bomb the Vatican. I'm sorry, everyone. If you're offended, if you're like a Catholic, I'm very sorry. I was raised Catholic too. That was a very blasphemous action I just took. Poor Pope was going for a walk, and he ate a biplane to the face. Oh, man.
Then we have a message about Tyrone, and Phil says that's a racist name.
All right, I got a $1 tip from Tyrone has a meaty boner for you. That's absolutely racist and disgusting at the same time. It's both incredibly racist and incredibly disgustingly disturbing. How dare you? But thanks for the $1 tip.
Then as DSP's flying over Rome, he starts doing a stereotypical Italian voice and making up pretend Italian sounding words. He also referred to himself as a quarter fresh off the boat Italian. And of course, in every single playthrough, there is always clown mode.
Oh, the G-forces, there's too much. The G-forces are too much, I can't take them. I can't take them. Oh, I'm barfing, my guts are exploding. My intestines are exploding. Oh, shit. What the holy shit? How did that happen? Dude, we're still moving. Are you kidding me? This? Yes, we didn't crash. We didn't crash. We're just scooting along. Look at this. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh my god. Right. Okay, that was really stupid. Cockpit view. Oh. Oh. This is real pod racing. Woo! When the drunken idiot steals a F-15 Tomcat. All right, I think that's enough of that. All right, well, I think that was all right. That was pretty fun.
Then I could actually see this being a real possibility. Dick Stroke and Phil vlogs. Ket, I booked our trip to Japan. Turn on the Xbox. Someone tipped and said they wanted Flight Simulator over Tokyo. Happy, late, honeymoon, my love. And we have Dragon. DSP talks about working for the helicopter company. DSP, I was allowed to work with all the departments to find a solution to improve the process. It was fun. Also DSP, they let me do one big project and then they never let me do another one.
Needle Spawn Killer did a $2 super chat and says, do you miss your helicopter job? Here's the thing. When I started at the helicopter job, I was doing a completely different work than what I ended up doing at the end. When I started, I was just like a customer service rep, and that wasn't so good. I actually really liked doing the continuous improvement work they had me doing, because that was me being in charge of a project that would look at something you were doing in this corporation, analyzing the process from start to finish, working with the different departments to find solutions to improve the process. It was really, really fun. And I was disappointed that I didn't get to keep doing that. They let me do this big project, and that was it. They never let me do another one, and then they laid me off right after. So it was kind of a really screwed up situation. So did I like it? Yes. Parts of it. Do I miss it? Some of it. But no, not really. I mean, this job I do now is the best I've ever done.
I just want to point out, if they start giving you work to do that is actually part of your job, don't be surprised if they lay you off after that. That means they don't think you can do your job properly, and they start giving you assignments. But of course, with DSP, he's always the eternal victim. It's everyone else's fault, not his, dude. Then we get to the food section. Remember when DSP used to say, I don't eat junk anymore, I don't eat garbage, I don't eat fast food, but now he's eating fast food weekly. If you notice too, it started, I'm gonna try this one single item. Then I'm gonna try this one single item with sides. Then I'm gonna try these 2 items. And then these 2 items with sides. And now it's up to 3 burgers now too. But we will get to that. Then we have this from Otter. DSP is now doing a segment on how lazy and unhealthy fat people are. DSP, your wife is overweight by a significant amount. Seriously, how hurtful do you have to be? Then Otter goes on to say, yesterday's DSP stream highlight for me is when he called overweight people unhealthy and lazy. Then 3 hours later, bought his overweight wife 3 burgers and sides. And then people kept going on DSP about, oh, this is not a reward, it's just you trying to eat food and be unhealthy and blah blah blah. And according to DSP, we're all stupid for suggesting that people are essentially paying him to eat food. That's your reward to your fans for reaching the goal that you set yourself, dipshit. Then we have DSP Eats It, who has a great analogy for DSP Tries It. When DSP eats on camera, after begging for support, it's like if your boss had everyone chip in for money and got pizza delivered. But it isn't for you or your sandwich shop co-workers. Instead, you all sit around and watch the boss eat it in front of you as they chew with their mouth open. Then, as you can see, DSP's reward was the smash burgers, something he said he's never had. It started as one burger, but that soon will change as well. And we have Darcy the Flow. What happened to those mystery medical issues from last year? What happened to a healthy diet for you and your wife? Now the scam begins. So you want one burger for him to try? Well, guess what? You give him more money, he'll get more food. Definitely not unhealthy eating right here.
Now, I have a proposition for everyone. All right? I have a proposition for everyone. I would be willing to order from both places. Okay? Both. But if I'm going to order from both places, then obviously I need your buy-in and support. All right? So I'll make you a deal. I will wheel and deal. All right? As they say. If we hit all the goals through tomorrow, and we also raise over the course of the 3 streams an additional $50. So let's say today we raise 150 on this stream, but we raise 200 on the late stream tonight, and then we raise 150 on tomorrow's day stream. As long as we raise the extra $50 throughout the 3 streams, I will order from both, and I will do a head-to-head Jack in the Box versus Smash Burger taste test on DSP Tries It. Excuse me. Jack in the Box versus Shake Shack Smash Burger taste test on DSP Tries It.
And then he was not only begging for support, he's also begging for more money so he can get more food tomorrow.
We're thinking ahead here. Here's the deal. You guys are looking at $5,000 PCs and telling me to buy them. We haven't even hit the goal for this stream. Remember, we need to hit the goal for this stream. We need to hit the goal for tonight's politics stream. We need to hit the goal for tomorrow's Stalker 2 stream. And then I'm ordering the Smash Burger. If we can raise an additional $50, I'll order a double Smash Burger order from 2 different businesses. But right now, we don't even have today's goal. So what's going on?
And then just like the simp he is, Darkside Pimp gifts 12 kick subs to take the total $149. Then Phil instantly begs for $1 to make it $150, and then 64 extra dollars for 3 burgers. That is right. We saw him begging for extra money for 2 burgers. Now he wants more money so he can have 3 burgers. And then we have Otter. Yesterday, the deal was if DSP got $50 extra, he'd get from 2 burger places. And if he got $100 extra, he would get from 3. He's now modified that to suggest he asked for you to pay for all the food on top of the $16.50 in goals. He got $136 extra. The grift continues to evolve.
When we hit the goal on this very stream, I'm going to be ordering Smash Burgers for today's episode of DSP Tries It. But you guys have been incredibly supportive. All right? You have. And I told you that if we exceeded my goals for a couple of streams, I would actually upgrade the special event. Well, you did so, because yesterday we exceeded on the first stream, and then last night we exceeded by about $100. So I've just decided, I mean, I could be a stickler and be like, oh, we're short like $12. I don't care. Today, we are doing the best episode of DSP Tries It I have ever.
Then we got this image where DSP looks really confused about the burger. We have all these disgusting ones of him eating the burger. Him looking constipated eating the burger. Then we have this from Banana Jones. DSP thinks cream cheese doesn't melt. Gamerface Gaming, enjoy your rewards, nerds. And Phil stuffing food into his mouth with his fat fingers. Then we have Dumpy Koala. Battle of the Burgers by DSP
is second place. Why is it second place, and what makes it better than the Jack in the Box burger? Quite honestly, it's not as messy, it's not as greasy, and the onions are not cut, not cooked, and that bite of the raw onion cuts through all the greasy flavors. You taste something a little different to contrast the greasiness of this burger, and that's a good thing. You actually want that variety of flavors. When you eat something, you don't want everything to taste the same. You want to have different flavors balanced off of each other. The raw onion was actually a great choice. If they'd cooked the onion, it would have tasted probably identical to the Jack in the Box burger, but having it raw makes it better. So the Sonic Smash Burger is second place for me, okay? Which means, oddly enough, the smallest of the three, because this is the smallest of the three Smash Burgers we tried today, the Shake Shack Burger actually is the best. Now, it's probably the least value for the dollar, because it is a small burger, all right? And it's, like I said, it was $9. But why does the Shake Shack Burger stand out and stand alone? Number one, it's not greasy at all. Literally not a greasy burger. The other two are, this is not. Number two, they do it differently. They have lettuce and tomato and other stuff on there. And number three, and I think this is the most important point of all, okay? It's crispy on the edges, and it has a char flavor. So when you're eating this burger, you're like, wow, this is unique. I get char, I get crunch, I get some yummy veggies. The Shack sauce, I wish was better. I actually wish the sauce from the other two was on here. I think that sauce they put on those burgers tastes better than the sauce on the Shack burger. But you're not eating it for the sauce. You're eating it for the burger itself. This is a tasty burger that's unique to me. And honestly, the best bite is the bite on the edge with the crispiness. To get that crispy edge, it's really good. Wow. All right. The battle of the Smash Burgers has been waged, and the winner, the lone champion, sitting in the Coliseum at the end of this triple threat battle royale, is the Smash Burger, the Shake Shack Burger. That's the best one. This is something I would eat frequently when I was younger, and I could eat burgers all the time. This would have been something I would have eaten all the time. And they have variations. They actually have one with bacon and cheese. They have a new one with black truffle sauce. It's like, oh God. I didn't want to get that today. I want it to be a fair comparison. If I got one with a crazy condiment, it's not going to be a fair comparison. So I got the basics from all three places. This stands above. Now, if you were going to go to not Shake Shack, maybe you don't have a Shake Shack in your area, and you still wanted to try it, go to Sonic. The Sonic one is much better. Not as greasy as the Jack in the Box, and having those raw onions tastes great. It really does. So, definitely, Sonic knows what they're doing, but Shake Shack is the master. They really are. I'm shocked, but they are the master of this. They know what they're doing. They made it properly. And remember, the sides, I really like the spicy chicken wrap from Jack in the Box. I thought it was really good, but get the grilled version. And I really like those chicken bites from Shake Shack. I did not really like those cheesy pepper bites from Sonic. I felt like they were too generic and bland and didn't really have enough flavor. So, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this very special triple threat first time ever edition of DSP Tries It, the biggest ever. Tried that many items. I've never done that before. Thanks for watching.
Then DSP set his goal for the following week. It is 3 different Whoppers. That is right. We are getting closer and closer to DSP mukbang. But guess what, guys? There was a tragedy. Apparently, the Whoppers can't be delivered, and DSP refuses to pick them up. So, he's going to change the goal yet again, Krabby Patty 2.0.
The app and site still have the 3 Whoppers advertised. Yeah, I didn't see it in the delivery app, so we'll have to take a look. I mean, the only thing I could do is go get it myself, but it's like 20 minutes away. Not even. It's like 15 minutes away, but the problem is right now the traffic's really bad going down and up the hill to go to Burger King. There's no Burger King that's close to me. I have to drive down through traffic, and to get back, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, this is exactly the same situation as the Krabby Patty, where Wendy still had it, but they removed it from all delivery apps. So you couldn't order it and get it delivered. So you get fucked. You know, I couldn't do it. It was so dumb. I wish I had these things close to me. I don't, and I'm a live streamer, you know? I'm not, oh, I'm doing an on-demand video, I can just do it and upload it. No, I'm a streamer. I can't just cancel my stream to go spend an hour and a half to get fucking Burger King, you know?
Spend an hour and a half to get fucking Burger King.
Big Boss did a super chat say, try the secret Wendy's menu item called the Cube. Literally no one would know what that is. You know that, right? You know those secret menu items that most people have no clue what the hell you're talking about if you try to order them? These are just people who are working like a fast food job and just want to like go to work and then go home and don't have to deal with this shit. You know what I mean? They don't want to be harassed. Hey, can I get the super secret fucking cube item? They're going to say, what are you, stupid? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Ridiculous.
You better take a sip. You fucking sleazy asshole.
We have DSP LOLCOW. DSP is upset. His BK Whoppers aren't available to order, yet it's on their website. DSP won't go to pick it up because it'll take over 15 minutes to get there. Yet here I am looking at it and it's 10 minutes. Then DSP puts this out in his chat. Super busy, got all the stories for the show, plus a new idea for the reward on Friday because the Burger King one can't currently be ordered. And what was the new idea? He's gonna eat Wendy's instead. Which is very funny because the Krabby Patty he swapped out for Burger King, now he's swapping out Burger King for Wendy's. Then DSP decided he's gonna do the taco salad, which has the chili meat in it. And then he goes on a rant about the chili meat and all this disgusting stuff, and he doesn't know what he's talking about.
So revolting. You know what it is? For those who don't know, Wendy's chili is all the leftover meat pieces that break off of the hamburgers when they're cooking them. They brush them to the side and they sit on the side of the grill, seeping in fat and grease all day. And then they gather them and put them into a side container. And then later they toss it inside of the chili when it's cooking, and that's what you're eating in the chili. That's the meat that's in the chili. It's the fucked up, broken off, overcooked, grease-filled pieces. I can't believe that people eat that shit. Yeah, I know, everyone says Wings of Redemption loves Wendy's chili. That's the most disgusting thing I can imagine. I can't imagine anyone going there and ordering that. Oh, I'd like the chili, please. Oh, you mean all the shit that's, you know, leftovers? That's disgusting, that we probably blow our nose in, fart on, and fucking hairs in it. And, fucking, you know, big globulous things of fat, animal fat, on the side of the grill. And we put it inside the seeping, you know, tomato chili. That's what you want? Yeah, extra fat, grease, and hair, please. Oh, okay. Oh. Anyway. Alright, so... this, I mean, if that's not a better goal, I don't know what is. So, yes, if we hit the goal this week, if that's not motivation to get you to support my streams this week, I don't know what is. We're going to be doing this new Wendy's menu of the mushroom bacon cheeseburger, the salted caramel frosty, and the taco salad this Friday on a special edition of DSP Tries It.
I love how he goes on a rant about how disgusting the meat is in the chili. Then he's going to have a salad that has the chili meat in it. Make that make sense, Phil. We have Mr. Ludicrous. Now we have Krabby Patty Scam 2. DSP has taken Dent's money to eat some random Burger King meal that is no longer on the app. And he refuses to drive 10 minutes to get it because he has to drive up a hill. This fucking guy. Then someone asked DSP, how would DSP make Wendy's chili better? And DSP says, make fresh patties. DSP then gets asked the stores that go through 6 to 8 chilies when cold. DSP is called quality control. It's called caring about your customers and not giving them garbage. Dude has no idea at Wendy's. And the begging this week was totally out of control for DSP. So much that it was more important to make money and hit the goal than to spend time with his wife. He even changed his stream time. So he started early so he could leave early to spend more time with his wife. However, That did not work out very well this week. And we have this clip here. Phil creates Jeopardy. What is Unchained begging for 2 minutes?
But I feel like right now, tonight, is the night that is in jeopardy that we might not hit the goal. Why? Because number one, I don't know how many people are going to show up for Street Fighter 6 because I haven't played it regularly in a long time. The last time that I played Street Fighter 6, we didn't get a lot of people. Do you remember? I played with Dalzim and not a lot of people actually showed up. So I don't know how it's going to go tonight. I will say this, okay? Tonight, please support the stream however you can. Super chats, super stickers, memberships, gifted memberships here on YouTube where we have over 150 viewers and climbing. On Kick, for some bizarre reason, we have over 100 viewers. I don't know why. I never get over 100 viewers on Kick, but we do. So the over 100 viewers on Kick, subs and gifted subs. All right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, of course, tips. You can tip via PayPal, and that goes across anything. You can do that no matter how you're watching tonight. Okay? Let's get some support rolling right now before we start. Let's get the momentum going. So that way, when I start playing, I don't have to be thinking and talking about it all night. And also, let's get some likes on the YouTube side. We got 23, and we're climbing. Let's get that up to 50 likes right now before we begin tonight with Blanca. All right? Fair enough? Okay. Let's do it. Let's hit the goal tonight. Hello, everyone. A lot of people are coming in saying hello. Hello to everyone. It's too many names to even count. Like 10 people saying hello.
Then we have this video here where it shows you how entitled he is to other people's money. How he expects money on the dot, and he wants his money now.
All right, so literally, are we not going to get any contributions at all? Is that what it is? You guys are like, you're trolling me or something? We're not going to get a single contribution before I start? Really? I mean, okay, if that's the case, I'll start the game. I was hoping I was going to do shoutouts before we started. Not that I start the game and then I have to do shoutouts. But nothing. Zero. Well, let me see if I got to have the shaders load.
Then again, support was low, no shoutouts, and DSP decides to say this.
Okay. We got nothing, guys, just so you know. Literally no contributions at all for Street Fighter 6. I have nothing to shout out.
Now remember, he's always saying, it's not a big deal if the streak ends. He always says that when there's a tip to sit on, when he knows he's going to make it. But we also have this side of DSP who says, and I quote, "I'm going to be pissed off if the streak ends tonight." Then it looked like it was going to end. He got a Whale Mary at the end though. But we have Chill Bill, who's a supporter, says this in the chat. At DSP Gaming, when we restart the streak, maybe make it lower on purpose, like $75, so we can chill more. We usually go over the target anyway. $75 per stream is decent. Remember, at one point, DSP wanted only $50 a stream. Then if you thought the earlier begging was bad, this gets even worse. Where he's straight up telling people, give me your money.
Your account is in the negative, King Cobra JFS Real. Well, then go get a job, work, earn money, and then contribute. And then I can do this. That's how it works. You understand? All right. My stream's no place to talk about your negative account. Embarrassing. Keep that information to yourself and go earn some money. Anyway.
Then of course, support is low. So Phil decides to do a bathroom break right before the end of the stream. And he says, guys, I do not do whale calls. And then gets up, uses the restroom, and grabs his phone. I wonder what you're going to be doing other than WWE Champions. It's whale call time. And then DSP made a special video explaining that he can't stay late tonight because he has to spend time with his wife. He promised her they would spend time together. Darcy to Phil. Now, fucking guys, he made a special video about how he can't stay late. Why haven't you paid up yet? That is right, support is low, but he has to spend time with his wife. Remember, he always says, family comes first. His family's more important than anything, right? Look at that, $38 at $150. And looks like some of the people are starting to wake up that support him. Lucky Gremlin, Why does YouTube memberships get discounted to $3, but all other forms of support does not get discounted? And are you ready for a real Scorn-like sequel rant? He keeps telling people, I can't stay late, I can't stay late, give me money now. But they're not doing it for some reason, they're withholding. And then we get this rant right here.
No, I can't stay. I told you guys, I can't stay late. The whole idea is that I changed my schedule so that I started early and I did play for 2 hours. So now I can go spend time with my wife. So now because I changed the schedule, now the 80 streak ends. This is fucked up is what it is. It's pissing me off.
Then we have Nerd Brew, who shows us a video of DSP begging again and titles it, What King Begs.
This is it, the home stretch. Basically, we have one more game left, and that's it. And we all had 38 bucks of support, so absolute last chance for someone to support this stream and keep the streak alive. I can't stay late. Please support the stream, keep the streak alive. All right, here we go. Again, guys, everything counts. Super chats, super stickers, memberships and gifted memberships to the community, subs and gifted subs to the kit community, and tips will all have us hit the goal. This is it. It sucks. 80 straight streams. What was it, like 2 months?
Securing zone
Of awesome support. I appreciate you all, man. $3 sub on YouTube. That's not enough. 46, guys. That's $46 is not the $150. Okay, I don't know how the fuck that happened, but okay. Yeah, we're gonna lose. Tip support also was like everything. Like basically we made like 10 bucks, 15 bucks on super chats, 3 memberships, and a few tips. Nothing on kicks. So that's what happened tonight. I received a $1.07 tip. I got you, King. Right. Well, that wasn't it. I agree. Listen, it's not the end of the world. All right, it's not. This is not the end of the world at all. We had a great run. 80 is great, right? Amazing. Sucks that we couldn't keep going because actually we had just passed the point. Remember I said 276 and I'll play Stellar Blade? We are already past the 76, so now we were counting down from 200. Like, oh... I mean, it was going to take a tremendous amount. Did you really think we were going to hit that? I didn't think so. But I seriously would have played Stellar Blade if we hit 276. I would have dropped everything. Like, I don't even care what games were out. I made you the promise that if we hit 276 that I was going to play Stellar Blade. But that's off the table now.
Then the stream ended, but DSP kept sitting on stream, waiting for the money to come in. He wasn't saying anything. He was just staring at his PayPal, waiting for that to come in. Then Gelko, this is sad. DSP has a meltdown because of support. DSP sat there for 15 minutes, hoping for last minute support calling out chat. DSP is doing a live daily rap, trying to keep the streak alive. I'll have clips in a bit. And then as you see, look at that. He doesn't want the streak to end, so not only does he stay on stream, he's doing his daily rap. We have Evil AJ. Take a wild fucking guess why he's doing a live daily reaction right now. And we have Franny, still sitting here, live daily rap time to stall and beg more. I guess he didn't really need to end the stream at 9 or 9:15 or need to spend time with Ket. Then Gelko. What's even worse about this is with DSP he wanted to start early so he can be with his wife. Yet here he is leaving around the same time as usual, all because of support. He also stayed like 45 minutes overtime. Then it came in. To me it looked like a fake tip. You know what I really find funny? Is all these last minute whale marries are all in tips. And you know why that is? Because you can't track it. If it's a kick sub, you'll see it pop up. If it's a super chat, you'll see it pop up. If it's a membership, you'll see it pop up. But the one thing that doesn't pop up is tips. And every time the stream is saved, it's by a tip, usually anonymous. Funny how that works out, right? We have Meow Block. He can cope and pretend all he wants. Some dent giving him money after all the pathetic begging and stalling, just for him to try and make it sound like he's better than others. It's just as funny as him not hitting the goal.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it has happened. The streak continues. I cough. Thank you to Meaty Boner. I appreciate it very, very much. I really do. Thanks for the support, and thanks for everyone who supported at the last minute tonight as well. 81 goals hit. Sorry, Rich. Sorry, Duty. Sorry about that, folks. Looks like the streak has to continue. And you have to keep being fucking felted. every single fucking stream. It continues, you fucking restreamer losers who have no fucking content for yourselves. Kiss my ass. All right. Burger King is back on the menu.
And then even DSP's chat, Kick, and YouTube was calling out the tip, saying it's fake. And even telling them, just get over it, the streak is not that important. We have Amos, holy shit, that DSP bagging was embarrassing. His own chat was calling it fake and saying how embarrassed they were for him. Then we have some highlights for the end of the stream where you're sitting there and waiting on money.
Here, man. Well, yeah, it's over. I don't know what else to say. No one supported. You know, first of all, we had what? Literally no subs tonight on Kick. 0. No one showed up on the Kick side to support at all. So that's definitely one of the reasons. The tip support also was like everything. Like basically we made like 10 bucks, 15 bucks on super chats, 3 memberships, and a few tips. Nothing on Kick. So that's what happened tonight. That's exactly what happened. No, I can't stay. I told you guys, I can't stay late. The whole idea is that I changed my schedule so that I started early and I did play for 2 hours. So now I can go spend time with my wife. So now because I changed the schedule, now the 80 streak ends. This is fucked up is what it is. It's pissing me off. It basically means that, oh, I can never change my life. I can never make things better. And it pisses me off because I should be able to, you know? I received a $1.07 tip. I got you, King. Right. Well, that wasn't it. So, oh, by the way, so it was the $3 membership. And that, so that gets us up to 47. I announced several days ago that I was streaming early. I even made a special video about it on YouTube. I posted it up all over my schedule, so there's no excuse. People just sadly don't pay attention, I think. Because watch what's going to happen. I'm going to go offline, and then someone's going to come by at like 9:45 when my stream normally would end, and they're going to be like, oh, the stream's over? Oh, well. Damn Daniel gifted a sub over on Kick. Thank you to Damn Daniel for the 1 sub that you gifted on Kick. I appreciate that. That gets us up to 52. Yeah, so remember everyone, moving forward, every single night stream is going to be much earlier. All right? Because I really feel like that's what happened tonight. Like, I guarantee you, watch, people are going to show up in a half an hour, and they're going to be like, oh, the stream's not on? I couldn't contribute last minute to help the streak? No. You know? Sadly, oh God. It froze. A $98 daily wrap tip? Not very likely, to be honest. Limited time things usually last a month. Right. So hopefully we can still do the Burger King one. I want to do it, you know, so I hope that we can still do it, you know, the week after or whatever. But it is what it is. I agree. Listen, it's not the end of the world. All right. It's not. This is not the end of the world at all. We had a great run. 80 is great, right? Amazing. Sucks that we couldn't keep going because actually we had just passed the point. Remember I said 276 and I'll play Stellar Blade. We are already past the 76, so now we were counting down from 200. Like, oh. I mean, it was going to take a tremendous amount. Did you really think we were going to hit that? I didn't think so, but I seriously would have played Stellar Blade if we hit 276. I would have dropped everything. Like, I don't even care what games were out. I made you the promise that if we hit 276 that I was going to play Stellar Blade. But that's off the table now. So I guess I'm never playing Stellar Blade. Oh well. Why 276? Because 276 was the streak that I had previously with the vest streak. Back in 2020, I had 276 straight streams where I hit my goal and I wore a vest. So I said if we tie it, then I would do a playthrough of Stellar Blade. Well, I agree there that the game is old news, except for some odd reason, people keep coming back and asking me to play it, which is bizarre to me. I don't understand that at all. Good night, Blam Polecat. I'm going to stick around till 9:15, just in case. But I don't think we're going to hit the streak tonight. I think it's over. But I'll stick around till 9:15, so I'll stick around for another 6 minutes. And after that, I gotta go. Is it? Well, that would have been perfect. Dunsfelter says, Stellar Break's coming to PC. Well, that would have been perfect. You get 276, and if it's on PC, play... Am I going to drink eggnog? Hold on. Am I going to drink eggnog for my Christmas marathon stream? I don't know. I'm going to definitely drink something. I just don't know what yet. I don't know what I'm going to drink. Darkest Hour just did a $10 super chat. Thank you, Darkest Hour. 64. We're less than 100 away from continuing the streak. I have received nothing. I didn't get anything. Nothing came in. There's no tip, nothing. I'm just kidding. Well, I think that 80 straight streams of hitting my goals and felting my trolls was fun. Was it not? And now, tomorrow, sadly, there has to be, every moron has to make a video how Phil's streak ended and his support is gone and he's never going to get it back. This is the end of everything. Because you know that's what's going to be. Every single person. Because they already did that. They already started making videos the last couple times it looked like the streak was going to end. And then it continued. Remember the night where it hit it on the Daily Wrap? And then people were like... they freaked out. Yes, that is correct. The initial goal was that I wanted to at least beat 41 because 41 was the previous record. We've done that now. We've almost doubled the previous record, which is great. But now the goal is going to be to get it back to 80. Because now 80 is going to be the new record, right?
Then we have this from 2 Cats, 1 Roach. A good majority of Phil's kick chat was calling them out tonight. Only a matter of time before the usual kick contributors are getting clowned on in the chat if they appear/donate. Next few days will be interesting. None of the 5 contributors showed up. Something is going on. And we have Nerd Brew. DSP can no longer say, I don't have time to spend with my family. After waiting in silence many times in hopes for a tip to save the pathetic streak. Then the next day, DSP explains what happened the night before. And he says, the trolls were there and people in chat showed their true colors. Because they were saying that the tip was fake. Let's hear DSP recon what actually happened the night prior.
What happened last night, definitely people should stop contributing. Because I changed my schedule to spend more time with my wife, and therefore people who were regular supporters didn't know and weren't here. The streak was going to end, so I stayed 25 extra minutes, and then we hit the streak. Because of that, regulars should stop supporting me. How about this? Fuck off, you fucking life stalker losers. Stop with your fucking insane obsession with me. What you're saying didn't happen. You're nuts. Every fucking one of you, whether you're a little insignificant shit or you're Review Tech USA, you're all nuts. Every one of you. And I'm tired of it. Why do I have to sit here and see mentally ill fucking people come to my chat and spew this toxic shit? I'm not putting up with it ever again. I've had enough. Really, this is insane. Shut the fuck up. These fucking delusional fucking people. How did Review Tech get involved? Because he was restreaming the whole thing. He was the one who was cheering on the end of the streak. And he had people coming over and doing fucked up stuff because of it. That's why. No, I'm not okay because I want to do my show, and I can't do my show with these idiots interrupting it. In both chats, we got idiots coming in, spewing this toxic shit. Like, I can't even focus. I'm trying to talk about Stalker. You got 2 people who want to talk about Stalker, and then here come 10 troll sock accounts. What the fuck? Get a fucking life. The funny part about all of this is, all right, this has happened 7 zillion times. All right, it really has. Something happens that's literally not drama. It's just a normal commonplace thing. All right, it happens. My trolls spin it as drama, and then 1 million people get fooled and listen. And then all of a sudden, they hate me, right? All of a sudden, Phil's a villain. Phil's a horrible person. Phil did this bad thing. Phil did that bad thing. I didn't do anything. I literally did nothing. Nothing bad happened last night. It was actually a good stream. Like I said, I had a great time on that fucking stream. Playing the ranked of Call of Duty. I wish there were more people there because they didn't realize the time change, but it was a good one, right? But according to the trolls, it was like, you know, D-Day for me. It's the end. Everything's over. It's the apocalypse for Phil. No, that's not true. And if you don't believe it, or if you believe them, you're gullible. No, can I say it again? If you believe these people who every single day say every single thing that I do is horrible, bad, and a cancelable action, you're gullible. You need to look in the mirror and say, why do I listen to this drama? And why do I believe it? And why am I even here? Because if you're that gullible, maybe you shouldn't watch a streamer, right? Maybe you should go do something else. If you get so caught up in drama, I mean, we had this guy, Void, right? When I started streaming on Kick, he liked my content. He wants to be one of my biggest supporters. He gives a whole bunch of subs. Becomes one of my top 3 supporters. Within a few weeks, he's talking to fucking duty streams. He's in drama content. He's got them all on his streams. They're literally trying to take my supporters and convert them to be detractors. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? That's not normal human behavior. That's sick shit. That's stuff that people who are deranged do. You understand? Normal people don't fucking have these kind of actions. They just, you know, so what is going on? And now I got to deal with the repercussions of this shit. Because I'm on stream, and I got to hear about all this drama behind the scenes, and then they're talking shit about me in my chat, they're talking shit about me in their chat, and then the detractors are making videos about it. It's like, I just want to stream content. I literally just want to be here right now talking about my schedule for the week. Why can't I do that? Humans are too susceptible and too much suckers for drama. Okay? They are. I don't want to make drama content. I don't. I really don't. That was never my goal. That's why I never became someone like Keemstar or someone like that. You understand? Literally, that's why I stayed away from it. I could have done that. And then you could have said, well, Phil, guess what? It's your own fault. You made your bed. And I would have been like, you know what? Fair enough. That's the content I put out. That's the life I got to live with. I don't do that. I don't make that content. I don't make LOLCOW content. I don't make drama content, right? So why do I have to deal with all the bullshit as if I do? I don't understand. It makes me scratch my fucking head. You know, I don't understand it at all why I have to deal with this bullshit. So it's this simple. If you're susceptible to this shit and you're going to sit here and you're going to associate with these people and you're going to talk with them, then go join them and leave me alone. And that goes for everyone. It's sad because I have many people who I think are great positive parts of this community. Void was one of them. Void was here. He was chatting it up and we were all having a good time. He was making emotes and everything. And then all of a sudden he turns. What did I do? Did I change? No. Did I change my content, my attitude, anything about me? No. He just decides one night, I don't like Phil because I started talking to Phil's detractors. Right? Last night, was it annoying that the streak might have ended because I changed my schedule? Yes. Right? Yeah, absolutely. Right? That could have happened. It would have been very annoying if it ended. I stayed 25 extra minutes. The streak continued. I was still able to finish all my work early, go downstairs, and have time with my wife. That's what happened. So why is it that there's people in chat, oh, Phil did the wrong thing. Phil didn't do anything. You're the one who's creating drama here, not me. I made zero drama. There was none. It actually went well last night. So why the fuck are we doing about that? I don't get it. I really want to know. Can I do my schedule now? Like, serious, did we get rid of them all now? So now I can do my schedule and talk about games and shit? Because I'm tired of this.
Then we see this meme from Lord Diaz. Phil smiling at burgers and money. Phil not smiling a cat. Then the next stream, 15 minutes left, support's not there, and DSP says, are we gonna do this again today? And look at that, it continues again, 15 minutes left, Hail Mary support, come in again.
So that gets us up to 110, and guys, we only have like 15 minutes left on the stream. So are we gonna do this again, this rigmarole of last minute stuff and hijinks? Because I can't stay late. I'm just gonna get out of this part of the story, and then we're done. So please support the stream with 15 minutes left. Let's hit the goal and not have the streak end today, please. Thank you.
And would you look at that? 2 streams in a row. DSP just sitting there waiting for money. And it got so bad that the stream's done, he's just waiting on stream for someone to give him money, and he starts stalling, talking about his old Facebook. And wouldn't you know it, he gets an anonymous tip to save the streak again. Plop. DSP stays late again because he didn't reach the goal. Anonymous tips puts him over the top for a few minutes of nervous swaying. Added to a tally, that's now 7 times where the streak ended and DSP blew on through. Then immediately ends the stream. And we got Duty. DSP abandoned Soulmate again because of low support. Fake tips himself to extend the dent streak.
Someone said, no, not the streak. Now we're at 135. And then I received, now we're 136. And then I received a $24 tip. I want to be anonymous, but let's keep your streak going. Thank you for all the content that you've given through the years. I've been watching you ever since Connecticut. There was someone, thank you. I think they had done it, you know, when there was 24 remaining. And then all these tips came in at once. So thank you, whoever the anonymous $24 tipper is. That makes it absolutely official. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it again. 82 straight streams. 82 straight. Crushing the goals, belting the trolls. Thank you all. Now, obviously, it's becoming tougher, right? This certainly wasn't easy. Last night, we barely made it. Right now, we barely made it. So, obviously, I think the streak's going to end this week at some point. It could even be, remember, tonight, it is Flight Sim, Microsoft Flight Sim, at 6:15 p.m. Pacific Time. And I hope that you will join me for it. Hopefully, it will have a good crowd who will want to fly around the world. It's basically the top tippers, or excuse me, the top contributors who are going to pick where we go for Flight Sim tonight. Okay? So, let's see what happens. All right, tonight. If it ends, it ends. If it doesn't, great. But thank you for keeping it alive for yet another stream. 82 and climbing. Thank you all very, very much. I will see you tonight, hopefully, for Flight Sim at 6:15. Remember, 6:15, not 7. It used to be 7. If you come by at 7, you're going to have missed 45 minutes of the stream. If you come by at 9:45, the stream will be offline. All right? Please don't come late. Please come early. Please support and pick where you want to fly with me tonight. All right, guys? Thank you. And I will see you tonight for Flight Sim. Peace out.
What happened on that stream for Flight Simulator? Look at that. DSP just sitting there waiting on his first support for Microsoft Flight Sim. And it didn't end there. Dragon Age is a game he's also playing. Mr. Ludicrous. DSP bagging within the first 2 minutes of his stream. Apparently, people need the tip before he starts playing Dragon Age because loads of people will leave when he starts playing. So basically, he's asking you to give him money for putting out content you don't want to see. Then DSP decided to defend his begging by saying, it's okay if he asks for money because of the whole ask and you shall receive. But look up when his viewers will annoy him asking for things and see how mad he gets. Then he was worried as well that the streak was going to end with Dragon Age, and he said, we worked hard to maintain it. Then we have Duty. I smell another overtime stream in Phil's near future. Poor cat.
And then when I come back, we'll get set up on the PS5 Pro for Veilguard. And again, I hate to keep saying it, but please support the stream. I know many of you are probably going to leave now because you're only here for the podcast. You're not interested in Veilguard. With only $37 coming in on the podcast, this makes me incredibly nervous about continuing the streak. Obviously, we wanted to continue now that I got a new goal announced today with this new Wendy's stuff. That's actually, in my opinion, better than the Triple Whopper. This variety of stuff is going to be a better DSP Tries It. Let's go. Let's hit it, right?
And in the last video, we talked about his ceiling fan getting installed. And it looks like DSP went the above and beyond approach for his dining room. He had a special fan installed. Listen to this.
Downstairs in our dining room. Downstairs in our dining room. The dining room fan is great. It is like way better than this one. This is supposed to be a basic fan for a small room. I don't need crazy features. The one downstairs is wild. So first of all, it has like 5 or 6 different shades of light, each going from like yellowish, you know how they call it like that soft, you know, yellow light, all the way up to like the brightest bright LED white daylight. So depending on what you're doing and what color light you want, you can change it around. Then it has a full dimmer, so you can have it go insanely bright all the way down to like very low, kind of like background light. As for the fan, so it has 6 different speeds. I've never even seen a fan, like a ceiling fan with 6 speeds before. Even back in the day when my parents had good ones, they didn't have that many. And then it has a special mode that when you press it, basically the fan will simulate a breeze outside. So it'll slow down, then all of a sudden speed up to give you a boost of cool air, and then slow down again, and then speed up again by itself. It's almost like it just decides whenever it wants to do it. And it's interesting, they call it like a cooling mode or something. So, also, the good thing about it, it reverses. It's a reversible fan that you could have it go the other direction. So you can either have it blasting air down or up, depending on your needs and depending on the time of the year. So, happy we had the fan.
DSP also went on to say he replaced the shower liner and the shower head, so he basically has a new bathroom. And then DSP decided to look at expensive computers just for streaming. He's going to use 2 PCs. One, the one that the fan donated just for gaming, and another top of the line PC just to stream and upload. And of course, he wants chat input because he can't do anything for himself. The $2,800 DSP makes fun of, saying that his current gaming PC is better than that. Plus, DSP hates the look of the $2,800 PC. Phil's spending more money. He bought a brand new PS5 controller. But in Otter, Phil hasn't squandered all the money he's got because he spent it on $5K on a new gaming PC, a PS5 Pro, and so on. He's got almost $10K a month more on top of what he was getting, and we know he spent at least $20K on WWE Champions in the same period. Then we get a video where DSP is talking about all the money he spent on things
To do for years and years and could never afford to do. This week, will purchase a new streaming and capturing PC. It is happening. It's just a matter, it's not a matter of is it happening, it's a matter of when and what. Because I am undecided on what PC I want to get. I've found a few, well, myself and a few other people who are helping me out have found a few that look pretty good and are in the price range. I was looking to spend between maybe around $1,000 to $1,500. Well, of course, I take a look and all the good ones are around $1,500 or more. So I'm in this price range. And the other thing is, when you get a new PC, then you got to realize, well, what else do you need? Oh, you can't just buy the capture and streaming PC. You also got to buy a capture card. You also got to buy a hard drive. You also got to buy long HDMI cables now because I have to run these across my floor because they're going to be going directly from my gaming PC into the back of the capture PC. There's not going to be an external capture device anymore. So I got to do that. Oh, by the way, other things that I've totally forgotten about that really could have like shot me in the foot. For example, earlier this week, I lost power, correct? Well, actually it was around, now you can say it was last week. I lost power. And I'm like, well, if I lose power, it could fry my PCs. So why did I stupidly not have battery backups? I used to, and they died, and I never replaced them. Now here I am with over $2,000 gaming PC that I'm using on a daily basis for work, and I stupidly don't have a battery backup for it. I'm a moron. So basically, I've already, over the course of the last couple days, bought a lot of stuff for upgrades for my setup. I'm actually going to show you today some of the stuff that I got. And again, it's a result of you and your support. I want you to understand this.
And here are some of the things that he bought. PS5 controller, the battery pack, the 8K cable wires, and then the internal solid-state drive memory card, which we'll get into that later on. Now DSP is going to explain why he needs a 4070 just to stream on his PC.
Much higher bitrate, and it has to encode on-demand videos for YouTube at a different bitrate that's highest. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Luthe says, why do you need a graphics card for a streaming PC? Luthe, if you don't understand why I would need a graphics card for a streaming PC, you should never ask a question about a PC ever again. You have absolutely no concept of how PCs work, and you should just stay quiet in my chat. That is the most ludicrous question I've ever been asked. Wow. I seriously can't believe you just asked that. Why do you need a graphics card to capture? Anyway, it's a legit question. Okay, here you go. When you capture, something on your PC has to be used. It's either going to be your CPU or your processor, or it's going to be your GPU, your graphics card. It's got to be one or the other. Now, depending on which you use, you can use different codecs and technology to encode differently. For example, there's a certain standard of codec that you can use to encode with a graphics card that will have a different quality level and a different amount of memory used than, say, if you were using your CPU. You use different stuff to do it, okay? So basically, you need to have a good graphics card to capture well. If you have a crappy one, you're going to encode at a lower quality. It's going to be bigger file size. It's not going to look as good. It's going to take longer. But you want to have the best, because when you're doing it, you want it to be fast, zippy, great sharp quality, and not giant file size. So there you go.
Then it looks like DSP's realized he spent all the money, but now he needs more months of support going forward. Months and months, in fact.
Yes, but Iron Chef Sakai, he says, you hit streaks all day. Iron Chef Sakai, I already bought a washer dryer. I already just had 2 fans installed in my home. I've had other things that I've been spending money on, plus all my normal bills. I don't have an insane amount of money saved up. I don't. Okay? Now, if the streak continues, right? If it continues for months and months, and now I don't have to drop money on any of this stuff anymore, then we'll be in a situation where we'll be like, yeah, I'm saving money and I have all this stuff. I'm not in that situation right now.
Then DSP did the dumb thing. He bought all the accessories and all the parts for a PC, but the problem is, he doesn't know what PC he's gonna buy. And Lord Diaz put this out. The stupid idiot already bought the PC, and now he realizes that some of the other components he bought for it won't fit. Then it was revealed that DSP didn't know PCs could be water cooled. Then, after the podcast was done, DSP goes on a rant about how stressful and hard picking out a PC is. And he needs your help, dudes.
For years, people saying, I don't understand why Phil doesn't get into PC gaming. Doesn't get into PC stuff. You understand why now, right? Like, we can't even figure out a PC just to capture and stream. Let alone, this is not for gaming. This is just to capture and stream, and we can't even figure this out. This is too complicated, right? I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I'm happy that a fan bought me this gaming PC. I'm happy they just did it. Because if it was me trying to buy it, it would have been endless debate, endless disagreement about what I should get and what I shouldn't get. The fact that the person just went through and bought it and sent it to me means I didn't have to have all this stress. It just happened, and I have it, and now I use it, right? As opposed to, oh, this isn't right, this isn't right, this isn't right. Now I just have it. So now I've gamed with it, and I've loved my gaming PC. It's been absolutely great. I've had nothing but a good time. The day we hooked it up, there was problems. But after that, once we got through those initial problems, it's been amazing, right? That's what I want from this capture streaming PC. Seriously. I just want to have one that's going to fucking work, that it's not going to be endless weeks of work to get it to work. And I just want to make content. I don't want to waste all this time on bullshit, because that's what this is. This is bullshit. Yeah, I don't get any benefit from wasting time worrying about if I bought the right PC, if it's going to work, does this plug in? This is just stupid. You know? Super Bonchon, that's $2,000. I literally said my budget's around $1,500. I said that. I said I don't want to go any higher than that. Why? I already had to spend $250 plus on this, over $100 on this. I had to spend $300 on battery backups. So even though I had a $2,000 budget, now I'm down to $1,500 because I had to buy all this other shit. Right? That's the problem with PCs as well. It's never just buying the PC. Then you have to buy all the components to make it work for what you want. It's never so easy. Okay? So I have around $1,500. That's what I'm trying to spend. That's why I'm looking at these PCs that are in the $1,500 range. Or else, why would I be looking in that range?
And now DSP potentially is looking at investing his money into crypto. Wow. I can't see anything going wrong in this scenario, Phil.
Someone says, did you see Bitcoin has hit 100K? Crazy stuff. I remember in 2015 it was $200. No, I don't know anything about cryptocurrency. I don't pay attention to it. There you go. Maybe in the future I will. Hey, if I keep doing as well as I've been, now that the year is ending, right? And I'm basically about to do all the upgrades I've ever needed. I'm about to have a new streaming gaming PC. My setup is beautiful. You know, everything around here that was immediate need is being done. I'll probably start saving money. And once I start saving money, eventually I might have some to invest, in which case I might actually have money to make money with. Get it? I've never had that before. So perhaps that will happen. That would be very nice if it does. I guess we'll see.
And we have Pesator. I want to stream in 1440p at 60 frames per second, but I only want to spend $1,500. This setup stream is going to be cinema. Then DSP has this thought that if he can get the best technology, if he can do what other streamers do, he'll be a big streamer again. That's his thought right now. But the problem is, his personality drags everything down. He's boring to watch. He doesn't realize that. And we have Dragon. DSP is different from other streamers. He always have and will strive for the best. DSP logic. Better graphics makes the content better. He doesn't have to do anything else to improve it.
Why do I need a second PC? Because my first one is exclusively for gaming. Because the way that I stream and capture is very different from the vast majority of the other people who do it. I do 3 different encodings at once. One for on-demand videos, one for Kick, one for YouTube. I want to be able to do the highest quality of everything possible. So on YouTube, I can go way higher than I can on Kick. On demand, I can go even higher, and I want to get the most out of my system. If I tried to pump all of that through one PC, it would never do it. It would bottleneck and have issues. So, yes, most streamers don't do anything like I do. Most streamers, they'll literally turn their PC on, boot a game, load one stream, play, end their stream, and just have their archive stream be their on-demand video. They don't do 3 recordings at once like I do. But I'm striving for the best, and I've always done that. I've always tried to do the best of everything when I do it. And a lot of people never knew that or appreciated it. But hey, now people actually like me again, and I'm trying to put out good content for you. Okay?
It was then announced that DSP finally bought the PC, and it's going to be shipped to him very soon. So you know what that means, guys. We get to watch DSP unbox his new PC, set it up on stream. By the way, he's still expecting $150 plus. Then DSP put this tweet out. Tonight's late stream is up in the air, as my new streaming / capture PC is en route and will be delivered tonight. If it shows up before 6:15 p.m, we'll do a live unboxing, setup, and testing stream. If not, expect Honda to return in Street Fighter 6. See you then. Then his stream started up, and this is DSP in chat. PC is almost here. Then tweets out, my new PC is 8 stops away, so it looks like an unboxing and setup stream tonight. Then of course, this is the most DSP thing. DSP makes a big deal out of how he moved back his start time for his stream so he can end early. Then proceeds to show up late anyways. Laugh my ass off, this guy. Then he started unboxing it. He was surprised, he was confused. He didn't know PCs came with a keyboard and a mouse. But he had one complaint. Well, he had multiple complaints, but one in particular about his keyboard and mouse. Why doesn't my keyboard and mouse match the color of my PC? Then we have Franny. DSP once talked down on Born as Dirt streamers who have RGB lights on their stream. Right now, we've been watching Born as Dirt RGB lights for a good 30 minutes. We have Big Mara. Hasn't played anything on the Wii in over a decade. Still hooked up. Trash everywhere. And look at that. His PC right on the ground there. His other PC will be right on the ground as well. Dumpy Koala. Another riveting stream from DSP Gaming as he shows off both new gaming PCs on carpet flooring.
Right? Doing different kinds of shows. It's really fun. Does the PC have the LCD and the AIO cooler? Yes. If you can see, I'll point to it. Hold on. Let me point to it. Well, you see those two curvy tubes? That's the liquid cooling, and they're going right next to the cooler on the processor, and that is lit up. It has a ring of light around it that's changing colors. Not as much as a Thermaltake, because that's not a Thermaltake cooler. I think that's their version, their Skytech cooler. So it doesn't look as nice as the Thermaltake that I have, but it's still nice. And the RAM too, I don't think that's Thermaltake RAM. The RAM that I have in the gaming PC is Thermaltake RAM. So it kind of all blends together, but still pretty nice. And again, we'll see once I start getting colors and stuff on there that I want. All right, the updates are underway, it says. It's doing the updates on the PC now, so let's see how this goes. Swagonito, 41 months as a member, around for this whole ride. Congrats on upgrades. Thank you, Swagonito. What a year. And by the way, this is it. This is the final upgrade. I got a better camera, better lighting, better backdrop, better animations, better everything on that end. Now on the PC side, I got a high-end gaming PC. I got a top-notch capture streaming PC. We are going to be good to go. I am so excited for the future and all the fun stuff we're going to do together. Really.
Then we got a close-up of DSP's face at the camera, and look at those cheeks. Look how bloated those cheeks are. And DSP was confused. He said, "Guys, what's a red USB?" Then he couldn't understand how to install the SSD, so then he started watching YouTube videos of how to install it. What great content, Phil. And look at this. My god. Look at it. Just take it all in. He's 42, looks like he's 62. Dick Stroke and Phil Vlogs. It tips me $150 a day or it gets the hose again. Then it took him 30 minutes to install a capture card and SSD. And DSP has no idea if he installed it properly. Then when DSP tried to install his SSD, he started to bend it. And he needs help now.
It's complete crap. It's a stupid thing. It doesn't make it any easier at all. It's actually worse than just having a screw. Like, I don't know how to do it. I'm trying to figure it out, and it doesn't work. So, basically, I twist this thing, and it never moves. It never is in a position where you can put the SSD down flat, and it never pops up or loosens, so you can't get the SSD on it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I've turned it back and forth a bunch, and now I'm honest, it's actually starting to bend, and probably it's going to break. The tab is a piece of shit. So, I don't think this motherboard's very good. No, I didn't break anything. The SSD's not even in there. Just rewind the stream to find out what the model is. I just told you a million times. I don't remember. It's not Asus. It's this gigabit or gigabyte or whatever. No, it doesn't have a screw hole. It has a weird thing sticking out where the screw should be that looks like a piece of plastic attached to a thin piece of like plastic. It's so hard to describe. It's weird as shit. There's no screw. My other gaming PC has a screw. This doesn't. It's some weird thing I've never seen before. I might have to look it up on the internet right now because I got to do this. I got to finish. It's almost 9 o'clock. I got to get out of here. This is pissing me off now. Go again. What a piece of shit. There's no instruction manual, Haseo. Doesn't exist. These things don't exist anymore. There, 650M. SSD install. Okay, videos with gigabyte B550M SSD install. Here's a video of it. From September of last year.
Then DSP the Caveman went on to use his army knife on his SSD. Then his capture card wasn't being detected. That caused DSP to go on a rant as well. Of course, another night where he stays late, even though he's supposed to spend time with his wife. 22 minutes in overtime. I can only stay like 10 more minutes, guys. Gets noticeably more bitchy. I guess the streak is gonna end because I'm setting up a new PC. And there it is, blaming bullshit on setting up a PC for the streak possibly ended as predicted. Is now claiming he can stick around for 10 more minutes, or 9:33 PM his time. Then we have this picture from Mario Faker, which shows a absolutely disgusting picture of Phil right next to Nikocado Avocado. And a quote from DSP from Evil AJ, "Where are the fucking drivers?" Freak in the fedora. Good fucking god. And look at Phil. Looking so old. My god, so old. Then you see DSP with his light up RGB mouse. Poem Josh, just over a year ago he was calling things with RGB lights on them fucking stupid, pointless, and for children. But now he has them. DSP has now bended the tab that holds his SSD and calling the motherboard bad, because he doesn't understand how the clip works that holds the SSD down. He then goes on to say his mouse and keyboard are incredibly lame because he can't adjust the RGB lights with the program he's paying monthly to give him lighting setups. Then he went on the Elgato website to set up software and get some help, then started yelling at the website because it's too confusing and instructions are too confusing. Then just like all the other streamers, DSP wants to buy LED strips to the bottom of the new PC. Then DSP tweeted this out. "This is what my new streaming and capture PC looks like. Now I hope I can get the capture card working tomorrow night." Then also put out this tweet. "I actually thought I could get my new PC today and have everything work without any issue." And look at that, what he has scheduled. Wednesday at night. Capture card troubleshooting stream. Alright, round 2 baby. And then look at that. The intake of the new PC right next to the exhaust of the old one. Remember too, DSP ripped out his smoke detector, so if there is a fire, that whole room is going to go ablaze. And then we have this quote from DSP. "Thankfully, I didn't get angry at you this time." DSP to his audience on not getting his new PC set up by the end of the stream. And then we have this from Detractor Beam. "Dude, that's an actual fart. Come on man, at least try and be sneaky. WTF is this?"
Here, animation, you the streak tonight. Let me find the $30 tip here, allowing us to continue the streak tonight. Let me find the $30 tip here, animation, streak tonight. Let me find the $30 tip here, animation.
Then I put this one out. One of the funniest lines from last night is when DSP was bragging that he bought his new PC with his hard-earned money. And of course, on the daily wrap, DSP had to play the eternal victim card. Everything has to go wrong in my life.
This is really frustrating to me because obviously I was not planning on this happening and I thought it would work and it doesn't. And this pisses me off because I knew this would happen. It's not anyone's fault. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. I just have the worst luck in the world. Anything that would be easy for someone else is never easy for me. Everything has to go wrong in my life. That's just how it is. Should be simple? No, of course not. It has to be incredibly difficult because I'm Phil Brunell. So now I have no clue what to do. I don't know what's going wrong. Is the card in there? It must be installed properly because it's showing up in my hardware setup. It's even being detected in software. But why isn't it working? I don't know. Some people are suggesting the motherboard just doesn't work with it. I find that hard to believe. It's a pretty standard capture card. Why would it not work on the motherboard? I don't get it. So I'm very confused. I don't know what to do. I'm upset, obviously. You can tell, right? You can tell that I'm upset. I wanted to use this internal capture card. If I can't use it, it means I have to default back to my old capture, the external one I use now, which I don't think captures at 4K 60 frames. I think it does 4K 30 frames, but it may do 1440p. I'm not sure. We could try it, but obviously this is not ideal. The whole point was to upgrade the setup to the point where I could do all the qualities I wanted, and now it looks like I can't because something's wrong with this capture card, and I don't know what.
And that's where we're at right now. If there's any updates to let you guys know, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards, and as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.